Go.
Fifers arriving. Welcome to the Fifers DD991 podcast. I'm Rocky, that's Gilly, Little Tate, and Thumper. And today we're going to take a moment to be serious and do the four toast salute for Memorial Day. So, the four toast salute. Here's
Gotta
what
take
it
your
is.
hats off for this, people.
Yeah.
Gotta be respectful.
Yep. Take your hat off. And does everyone have like a little bit of a drink?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to read it off because I got a cup that has it. I bought it the other day. Everyone's like, "You got another mug?" I'm like, "Yes, I did." Anyways, here it is, the four toast salute. Or let me pull this up. It'll be better if I do it this way. Where is it at? All right, here we go. Number one, to those who served. Number two, to those who supported us while we served. Number three, to those who continue to carry the torch of freedom. And number four, the fourth toast, to those who gave the ultimate sacrifice and never made it home. And that's what Memorial Day is about, that last one right there. Does anyone else have anything to say, or let's take a drink and then we'll continue?
Take a drink first.
All right, let's go. All right. Does anyone else have anything to say about Memorial Day?
Yeah, I got this right here. The origins of history. Memorial Day, United States holiday last Monday in May, honoring those who had died while serving the country's armed forces. It originated during the American Civil War, when citizens placed flowers on the graves of those who had been killed in battle. The first national observance was in 1868, after World War I. The day was changed to Memorial Day, and 1971 became a federal holiday. The day is observed by visit cemeteries with flags and other items placed on the graves of veterans. There are also parades, ceremonies, in addition. Memorial Day is considered the start of the summer in the United States. But also, people have disputed, when it actually started, right? Some say it began in October of 1864. For instance, 3 women in Boylsburg, Pennsylvania, are said to have decorated the graves of loved ones who died during the Civil War. Then they returned in 1865, covered by many fellow citizens for general commemoration, a large observance, primarily involving African Americans, took place in May of 1865 in Charleston, South Carolina. Columbus, Mississippi held a formal organization for both Union and Confederate Day in 1866. By Congress proclamation, 1966, Waterloo, New York, was cited as the birthplace. Also, in 1866, of the observance in 1868, John A. Logan, Commander-in-Chief of the Grand Army of the Republic, an organization of Union veterans, promoted a national holiday on May 30th for purposes of during flowers and otherwise decorating for comrades who died in their country during the late rebellion. So even this has a fucking, people, debate on it when it actually started.
We're being quiet. No one's saying anything.
No, I seen that Thumper had something in his hand that he looks like he was getting ready to read, so I was waiting.
Oh, no.
I seen paper like you're getting ready to read.
No, I was doing something else. No, but yeah, this holiday is a hard one for me because it's I've lost guys overseas when I was over there, so that's a big one. I don't do the normal barbecue bullshit that everybody else does, and I mean, I say it's bullshit, but that's because it has a different meaning to me than everybody else, and I'm cool with you doing a barbecue or whatever, but it's more personal for me. So
more of like a somber moment for you instead of
Yep.
using it as a weekend party.
Yeah, I normally don't drink a lot on this day because then I get more emotional than I should. So
No, I mean, you kind of would expect that when you lose people.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it's
imagine like
not easy.
especially if you guys really cared for those people.
Yep.
You
I
know,
mean, even if I
and that
didn't,
person was
it's
like your
still
best friend or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That would be a
And,
tough one to bear to deal with because you saw the whole thing happen.
yeah,
You know, and there was nothing you could do to stop from happening whatever happened.
yep. There's nothing you can do. You know. So yeah, it's just a different type of a holiday for me. So
Yeah, that's understandable. All right.
And then you roll into the bullshit of June.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
yeah,
So you get this last Monday of May. To remember, you can see behind me that's just a fucking pin drop of the amount of graves in Arlington Cemetery. And you can see this, servicemen putting the flags on there. And it's interesting what Gilly said, because you can see the picture of the guy behind me doing the flags, and everybody seems to forget there's no black, white, Mexican. It's all, we bleed the same. We bleed red and we die the same fucking way.
Come from the same United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
and also, too, a lot of people don't realize the military has a tradition, too. Ones you served with, especially ones you was, served with, was there, all anything, right? You knew them. Leaving coins. Each coin has a different meaning to it, people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a quarter signifies that the visitor was present when the soldier died. A penny signifies that someone visited.
How about you can you show us what you're reading?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. And equally in case that the visitor traded with the deceased. A dime means the visitor served alongside the deceased. And a lot of people don't realize that people ones that never served, they don't understand what that meaning is.
They do that for the Iowa Memorial in Norfolk.
Really.
There's people that come up, put change on it. Part of it was to pay for, the deceased ones, but it follows that tradition right there because we do it when we go through season. If you're at Norfolk base, you'll do the Iowa Remembrance from that explosion, from that memorial.
USS Iowa, the battleship?
Yeah.
It's not in Long Beach anymore?
No, the memorial they have is at Norfolk.
Dude, I had people that I didn't get pinned there. I got pinned at Seal Beach, but the people that were reservists, they got pinned on another day after I did. We had to go there, and they got pinned on the USS Iowa. It was this
nice
battleship, man, and it was like a museum. It was really cool.
Yeah,
teak wood and everything, man.
Here, I'm gonna pull it up really quick.
Okay, cool.
This is from Yelp, but here's the Turret 2 explosion memorial that you run past, and it's called Iowa Point 2. So right there, they had to stop letting people put change on it because the hobos, sorry, were stealing all the money from it. So have no fucking respect for anybody, so they actually had to stop. You can see right down here where my arrow is. There's change there, though. You can see it right there. So they follow tradition on that one too.
Yep.
Yeah, Iowa Point was one of our runs, like a morning run to it. I know what you're saying, Rocky. There's one in Norfolk too.
Okay, I didn't know that, dude.
Yeah, that was the one that they did. And if I remember right, they'll do a 21 gun salute. They got signal guns right by it too. So on the day, they'll fire them off.
Were you in Norfolk in 2019?
Yeah.
Did you see the Abraham Lincoln there?
Maybe. Hell, it's been so long, I can't remember.
I was on there for I got there March 8th, when Captain Marvel the movie came out, right? And I went on deployment on April 1st there, so I was there for like a little bit of time. But I never really left Little Creek except to go to Hooters one time because my Kindle broke. This was like 2 days before we were going to go underway for the thing, and my Kindle broke. So I was like, "Hey, babe, I need to get another Kindle. I'll go nuts if I can't read books." And she's like, "Okay," because she knows I like to read a lot of books. So I got a new Kindle, and I had to go someplace where the internet was good, right? So first we went to like Starbucks, and then we went to Hooters. And I
Hooters.
all my books. No. I went to Hooters first because we ate. Because I bought the person dinner that drove me around because they took time out of their day to help me out, right? So I gave them food and everything. And then we went to Starbucks because I think they wanted to go to Starbucks too. And there was internet there, and I downloaded everything. It took like an hour or two though. But that's what I did in Norfolk.
There's the full picture of the memorial.
Oh wow!
Now, what year did they do that? Make that memorial?
I'd have to look at the plaque again. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I wonder if it was. I don't remember that. People talk about that when I was there. So
Yeah. It's one of the like it's kind of hidden out of the way, believe it or not. Because I don't Gil, you remember coming in gate 4?
yeah,
Remember when we come in gate 4 and you run that curve where the marina's at?
yep,
You get that long stretch in between before you get to the carrier piers.
yep.
It's right there on the right hand side. As you
I was
come
on the
up.
carrier pier, dude. Like the gym that I was closest to was the one that had like a track in it, right?
Q86.
And then I could walk like maybe 15 minutes and go to like Chili's or whatever they had over there and watch the movies. That's where I was at.
See, they didn't have all the Chili's when I was there, motherfuckers. We had McDonald's on base and some other
I
shit.
remember Chili's was there in 2011 because I took out when I went to Bahrain, I flew out of Norfolk.
Yep.
So they're like, "Hey, get some dinner before you go on the plane because you might not get to eat on the plane."
Sorry, I was wrong about Iowa. It's on Independence Day that they fire off the signal guns. But that's where they're at. So you can see in the background picture right here's the carrier.
Carriers, yeah.
And then like Marmax's big Lant is over here. And then security towers right there. So you can kind of see that reference now. I want to look.
I guess I just never paid attention to it when I was there. Might not have been there when I was there.
It is kind of hidden out of the way, man. It's like if you're not running that area over there, because there's a cafeteria over that way now too.
Yep.
I can only tell that it happened in 1989, but I don't know when the plaque was commemorated. I'd have to look it up from there. But you know, those things are everywhere for everybody to remember, and they're sometimes hidden out of the way. That's why I always love, like, when I just drive the base for shits and giggles, I'd try to find out of the way stuff everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Go to Fort Story or go to Little Creek, and you just kind of mill around, and you can find stuff on there that's people don't talk about. They've kind of went to the wayside. Oh, Rocky went quiet. He must be doing his stuff. Son bitch.
All right.
Yeah, I'll probably when my son gets picked up, I'll probably run to the store and then I'll be back.
Yeah.
But I'm hurting today.
Why?
Just my body.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Lazy ass.
I tried to watch the Indy 500, but I got booted off the YouTube TV because there was too many people watching it on the YouTube TV.
Oh shit!
Servers
Now-
couldn't handle it.
So don't tell me who won because I don't want to know.
The only race I know that happened, that's already finished, was the Winter Dog race, the Wintermobile race.
Oh yeah.
The Chicago Slaw Dog won it. And I was like, damn, they're going to be racing 6 Wintermobiles there. I was like, holy shit.
I was hoping that like Kyle Larson would do good in the Indy 500 because then he flies out to Carolina for the Coca-Cola 600 tonight. So he was going to be racing 1,100 miles today, 500 at Indy and 600 at fucking North Carolina. I think it's North Carolina.
So I quit watching racing, man. I did.
Why'd you stop watching racing?
Because the fucking bullshit rules. They keep changing the fucking rules. Fuck all that shit. Let the motherfuckers race.
The only thing I watch is dirt track racing, man. I don't watch anything like mainstream.
Kyle Larson still does dirt track racing even. That motherfucker races everything. He tries to race everything, I swear. This is his second year doing Indy 500.
Yeah.
But he's NASCAR. He came up on the dirt track circuit. I mean, he was dirt track racing here in my town last season.
Fuck, Jeff Gordon fucking used to dirt track race. Hold
Jeff Gordon still runs a NASCAR every once in a while.
Who was it? I'd have to look at. I forgot his name now. He tried to buy up Gas City in Marion, and they wouldn't sell it to him because they wanted too much money for it. And he basically told him to go fuck off. I'll think of his name for too long.
I don't know who that would have been.
Oh,
I got something for us,
text
fellas.
the old man. Old man knows because he follows that shit like.
I got something for you, fellas. I stole this off Hodgett Thumper's fucking Facebook.
What did you steal? Oh, yeah. That's not too far. That's not too far away from where I live. It's like 2 hours or something.
All right, yeah.
This shit's crazy.
Yep.
Just explodes.
So the backstory to that is they had a propane tank in the back and it was leaking like a motherfucker, and the whole thing just fucking disintegrated. It damaged. They found like parts of that truck fucking 2 blocks away.
Well, you don't shit. I mean,
jeez.
I was thinking.
No, he was up walking around. He was fine.
I was thinking while I saw it first, I was some goat hopper trying to blow something up now.
No, it's just some white trash in fucking Illinois.
And
I don't know if it's white trash or not. I thought it was like a mobile meth lab at first, and then I read the story and I'm like, oh,
see, and that
would be more.
See, and that's what Gardner posted on it. Said on it, mobile meth lab, right? Gardner did.
It was a propane leak. They were moving, and there was a tank in the back, and there was a fucking leak, and that motherfucker just boom. They said,
I see that. I got to share this. I'm stealing this motherfucker from you. I said, fuck yeah.
They said the side of the truck, one side of the panel, hit a house and it moved the wall 4 inches in. Like the house is inhabitable now because the whole front of the house was moved in 4 inches.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah. Crazy. I saw that. I was like, holy shit.
That's crazy.
I see that. I was like, that's too good not to share on the podcast.
That's almost worthy of a Darwin Award, man.
Oh, yeah. Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
What's the honorable mention?
Darwin Award because he didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they said he was up and walking around when the cops got there and everything. The driver was. And dude,
that just goes to prove that you can't really kill stupid in a way.
Just knowing.
What if he didn't know it was leaking?
You can smell it, dude.
You should have been able to smell it.
But if he's driving that way and the wind's blowing that way, he's never going to smell it.
No.
If it's that bad, you will smell it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would have leaked into the cab, I would think.
Because they put that odor
in that motherfucker and closed the door. When he was walking out of it, he would have smelled it.
Oh, fuck yeah. Because they put that odor in there.
I know propane has that weird smell, right?
It all does. Natural gas, propane, that's why they put that chemical in there
But
so
it
you can
doesn't.
smell
It
the
seems
leak.
like that smell doesn't stay as long as like if someone accidentally drove over a skunk,
No.
Oh no! It will, trust me.
because that
Because
shit will last a while.
a couple
My
years
wife did
ago,
that one time.
a couple years ago, here in Boonville, right across the river, they got a fucking kind of like a substation for natural gas for MWE. That bitch was fucking leaking. You could smell it. You know, and they finally fucking fixed it.
Yeah,
So
you're
that
gonna
shit,
smell it.
yeah. Oh, it's a bad smell. That's a smell you'll never forget either.
And hydrous ammonia is another one too.
Well, you smell that shit will burn your fucking lungs.
Yeah,
Ammonia will.
we had a fire at the chemical plant that had anhydrous tanks out there. One of them
Because we fucking
blew off.
see at the power plant. Eventually, we had to start injecting that ammonia into the fucking gas stream, you know, of the coal fire power plant, right? Dude, we had 80,000 gallons of that shit on site. We had 4 big old tanks, right? And I was one of the guys that had to unload the shit, right? Dude, you just barely hit that shit with water, just barely. If it's on the ground, it's a small puddle. Dude, that shit expands. And you better be wearing your fucking respirator when you do that.
Yes, sir.
That shit will knock you down.
We have to train out here in Iowa. We have to train for the fertilizers and stuff like that for training for the farmers because the phosphorus, the phosphate and stuff, how to treat them as a paramedic on scene. We went through so much training for that stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, that explosion, just knowing that dude had to have been numb. He had to have been his whole body had to have been completely numb from that explosion. I just remember being blown up and how I felt afterwards. And then looking at that, I was like, holy shit. How I felt afterwards.
See how we're talking about explosions and, you know, for the brothers that were Memorial Day, seen August 1999 in Manila, a deadly explosion in the Philippines. Agents or NBI, whatever it is, NBI agents were smoking near a bucket full of dynamite powder.
Oh my gosh.
This was remnants of hand grenades, bullets, and weapons were scattered far wide. The powerful blast gouged a crater beneath the NBI annex, shattered 34 windows nearby, and killed 7 people, including the cigarette-smoking proprietors.
Perpetrators.
It was okay. My bad.
Damn, that's a fucking explosion, though.
And the bucket was there for over a year. A year.
God damn.
And they're chilling. It's like, hey, we're gonna smoke next to this fucking gunpowder, dude.
Jackasses.
You know what? They might have done it before and nothing happened.
Oh, guaranteed.
And then
wasn't
one
the
time
first time
it was
in a year.
it just was that special number when something happened that time.
That was
Everything
definitely not the first time in a year that they were like, "Oh, let's go smoke over here today." No, that was their.
Just had to be all the perfect conditions was present for an explosion. Play something. I mean,
I've seen some crazy shit, man. I've seen fucking Iraqis in the back of a fucking Toyota Hilux with fucking RPGs, and they're like putting their cigarettes out on the RPGs. I mean, it's like I know what's gonna happen, but
so what happened?
Well, nothing happened, luckily, but these motherfuckers. I mean, they got like RPGs all over them, slung and shit, and the fucking actual rockets, and it's ridiculous. Like some of the shit they come up with, it's like, nope, not even getting near it. No way. We couldn't even let the fucking Afghanis. They had to have their own ammo dump or like ammo
depot
facility. Yeah, their depot separate from the US's because their storage is not up to the United States standards, and their shit is fucking dangerous as fuck. Like I'm not joking. The way they stored their shit, it was like, oh, we're gonna dig a hole, a small hole, and we're gonna put all the shit right there, and we're not gonna cover it. It's gonna rain on it. It's gonna flood. Like, fuck this. Like, I'm not even. No thanks.
crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, they just don't. They don't have the same standards.
And it's crazy to think that like the amount of stuff that we do, and it's like you're not even allowed to have a hot plate in your fucking barracks room.
Right? Or you can't have two surge protectors plugged into each other.
Yeah.
You know, the things that will pop a fuse and keep it from catching fire.
Yeah. No more than 250-foot extension cords connected together.
Right? Like,
On the
get
boat.
fuck out of here. These motherfuckers are smoking in their ammo dump, which is a hole in the ground that has been wet for fucking weeks in the rainy season. Like, get out of here.
I can run millions of dollars of equipment and fucking ammo and firepower, and I can't have a fucking griddle in my room. That guy in the Army, when he does that skit, dude, I'm just dying laughing because it's true. Like, it's in the instructions.
What are you talking about? Do you
Say
have a
what?
video of it?
What'd you say, Rocky?
Do you have a video of it?
I'd have to dig it out, dude. Let me see if I can find it. It's
old.
it might be pretty old. Give me a second.
Yeah, they used to
I
do
think-
fire inspections in our hooches in Iraq and stuff and Afghanistan, and they'd come in and be like, "What's this?" And it's like, it's called a fucking shelf, and it's right, and it can't be that close to this and that, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking? This thing it doesn't shower out sparks. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, get out of my room. The stupid shit that they would say. You couldn't have like a homemade shelf next to this. It can't be that close. It has to be X amount of feet away. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. If you don't have faith in your fucking electricians, then maybe they shouldn't be wiring up our hooches.
Exactly. I guess old John Peck is on 30-day countdown. That's what he said.
What?
Old John Peck, remember him, Gunner's Mate?
Yeah.
He said 30-day countdown.
For retirement or what?
That's what I'm guessing was for his retirement.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
I replied to him on Facebook.
Yep. I see that. I was like, oh, we're gonna give little John a fucking shout out. So
He watches it. So yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I would have stayed in for my 20, but I had to. It was too tempting with the money that was thrown at me from Triple Canopy.
Yep.
They called me and they were like, "Yeah, we'd like to see if you want to work." And I'm like, "Well, what's the pay?" And they're like, they told me, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm like, I called my command that day, and I'm like, "By the way, I'm gonna not re-enlist."
Oh yeah, John goes, yep, 30 days retirement, 34 years, CW05, I'm out.
Damn.
Dude, that is so awesome.
Wow.
CW05, dude. You know, he'll never have to work again if he doesn't want to.
Nope.
Never work again. Those guys make some
35,
really good
35
money.
years?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you would get full pay, I think, at 40 years. You know,
I don't know.
that's like the real lifer is that.
Yep.
Or like that boatswain mate that was in the Navy for like, I don't know how long he was in. They had a picture of him. He was a boatswain mate, and he had like a bunch of slashes on his sleeve, dude. And he was real
Yeah.
old. I think he was like a Civil War guy or something like that.
Well,
I
you
can
look at most of the Master Chiefs out there, right? Dude, they've been in 30 plus years. You know, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Some of the Master Chiefs I know, man, they got out at 26.
Yep, John goes, he'll get 87.5%.
That's pretty awesome. That's really good money.
That's pretty damn good right there.
Man,
That's
good for him.
a hell of a lot better
Good
than
for him.
50% of your retirement. Hell yeah.
Hey, tell him to come to the Krusty Krab. We need his money. Money. I'm just playing. It seemed like a good time to try that.
To the Krusty Krab, get the best tacos ever.
The Krusty Krab. It's so funny. I'm seeing myself do it now because I'm looking at the screen, and I make the dumbest faces while I'm talking. While I'm doing that, it's like I'm Popeye the Sailor Man or something like that, you know.
You're the Mexican Popeye.
I need a pipe,
Corncob pipe.
and then I'll draw like anchor tattoos. I remember I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I could get anchor tattoos on my forearms and be like Popeye. He's like, that's actually kind of cool.
Well, you gotta have them on your hands too. Popeye had them on his hands too. So
I remember a lot of people would have like hold fast.
yep. I never got to on my fucking hands, man.
I couldn't do it on my fingers or anything, but I did want to get sleeves.
Fingers don't hold ink very well, anyways. Sleeves are the best. I mean, I've got fucking sleeves, and my whole leg is covered.
I just want to finish my fucking sleeves, man. That's all I want to do. But with the Alpha-Gal, I'm like, and they can't tell you what's inside the fucking shit, right? The ink. I'm like, I ain't gonna be to get anything. Fuck this shit. I'll stop.
Yeah, that's right. Those things are bad. They're like a virus kind of thing.
But I wish there was one tattoo I wish I would have got was the GS symbol right here on the hand. Right there.
The what symbol?
The GS symbol.
I've got that one. Hang on, I got to change my background real quick, otherwise you won't see it. I got to take my background off. So I don't know if I've shown you guys this tattoo or not. So
this is the part where it's like Jaws, where people are showing each other's tattoos and scars.
So
right, proceed.
This is, damn, I don't know if I can even fucking show it to you on this. Hang on.
Shaky over there.
I gotta fucking turn around. So, yeah, see, it's fucking upside down. I got a golden shellback right here. And then the GS is right here. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep.
And then I have an E6 chevrons, which is kind of hidden behind King Neptune. Yep. And then I've got his staff, and they're working on the mermaid now that wraps around here. But yeah, the golden shellback, which I can maybe turn upside down. You can kind of see him.
I see it
a little bit. But yeah, King Neptune is in there, and then and then the fife. God damn it, light.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
The fife with the patch around it, and then the eagle.
Nice.
Yeah. So that one's my sea service one, and then this one is my suicide awareness one, my 22 a day. Everything on that means something. So like, it has a helicopter on the top, and then down here it has 22, but the 1-2 is facing the wrong way. Basically, what it is it's like the 2 facing the right way is what the civilian world sees of the veteran community and the suicides. The 2 facing the opposite way is what they don't see and what they don't hear about in the veteran community, what's going on. And then there's a nuclear explosion in the background, and what that stands for is how the veteran community just one day just kind of exploded with, suicides every day, and nothing was being done. And it's almost like a nuclear explosion. You can't control it. And so it kind of runs rampant. And then there's a scope around it, around the 22, but it's also barbed wire. And it talks, and basically the barbed wire signifies being trapped inside your head with the PTSD. And then it's also a scope taking aim at the 22 to get rid of the 22 a day. And then I have bullet punches out of brass on my arm, which represents each round that's been fired into somebody, and then hidden stars inside of it. And the helicopter represents the stress of the rotors going through the air, the thumping noise of the rotors, and creates stress in the air. It represents the stress in the veterans community. So that this whole tattoo tells a story with everything. And then the one on my leg has the kneeling soldier, in the sand with the background of a village that we got ambushed and I lost 2 guys. So it's a sunset background with a silhouette of the village, and then kneeling soldier in the desert with that in the background. So that these 3 mean pretty much everything to me. It's basically my whole adult life, you know. So like it's kind of crazy to like when you explain it, it's like damn, like when you actually think about it. The sea service one is pretty cool though. It's coming along, and I got a lot more work to do, but I'll get pictures and we can upload them because it's easier to see than apparently looking on here. Like for some reason I just can't get the angle right and everything, and
Well, you got to shave your arm. You got to shave all that hair off too.
yeah. Well, I plan on it actually. I plan on it.
That's funny, dude.
Little baby Sasquatch over there.
Actually, my arm hair isn't that bad. My arm hair isn't that bad.
Dude, you were hairier than the fucking Boswell motherfucker.
My chest is. But yeah, I got the fife on there and everything. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's definitely a work in progress right now. And I tell you, the GS symbol where it's at was fucking painful. But so was
why would you
that
put
hair
it
is
there,
painful.
dude? I'm like,
so was
You got to have it there for full sleeves.
So was the eagle though too, because it was right on my elbow.
Mm.
Yep.
It was on my elbow, and then my wrist right here. If you look, that was
right there.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was brutal.
That's why I didn't go down. I didn't go down further.
See, look where my elbow is all done, and that was the eagle there with the fife upside down there, and then you have that's part of the mermaid on my elbow.
Nice.
Yeah, and then her tits.
Gazungas. The Gazungas.
When they start making everybody cover them up.
I'm not getting mine covered up. Fuck that.
Remember that
goes
shit?
Goes along with my golden
Yeah,
shellback.
I mean the one I got, the one we got in 1998, dude, has the boobs.
Yes.
The fungus.
Same
The
with the one
best
on 2000.
part of the certificate is the boobs.
Same
And
in
then
2000.
after-
2000, we didn't get the politically correct one.
Yeah. It was
Well,
1998.
What Rocky's talking about was not the golden shellback one. That's the first time me and him crossed.
Yeah,
No, I know.
Beaverwogs.
That was just regular fucking shellback. And then you all first time out in the equator, you get golden shellback. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Don't mind it. It's dirty as shit. But here, look. Hang on.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. John goes, yep, set the boobs free.
See? And it's got the tits on the lower
Yeah.
right and left.
Yep.
See?
Are they covered up? I can't tell.
No, they're not
No,
covered
No,
up.
they're not. They're not
No.
covered up. No.
No, this is the golden shellback one. I got it. It's dirty as shit right now because it was in my basement because of the remodel. But I'm getting it hung up in my living room.
Cool.
So
I have a bunch of certificates that I showed like when we first started doing it, where I would bring out like my shellback certificate and all that stuff. I would have to get like 9 picture frames for that. They're all
Frame
covered.
them up. Frame those bitches up.
And then I have the original shellback certificate, but I cannot find the one from 2000.
yeah, that's the
I
one.
got the one from 2000.
The only thing I have is I have a page in my service record because I made a copy of my service record, win awards, and it has like just a little picture drawing of being a golden shellback on April whatever day 2000. And then boom, I can't find that thing anywhere, dude.
Well, technically, I remember right. Tiffany's the ones that make those.
Yeah.
You
So
can
get it remade. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it remade, and you can get it, either or. Still, it's just they made everybody that was getting them command wide had to get the sanitized ones after that because I think it's got seashells as like a bikini top on it, if I remember right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I got luckily we were. I think this was the last one they gave out with the tits. Was the
Because the one
2000?
I got, because when I crossed the equator in 02 on Laboon, after we left the Gulf, all the way to Seychelles and all that, that one had the tits covered up. And that one, and I'm like, what the fuck? They said, well, we got to do it now. I said, fuck that. I said, the fucking first two I got don't have the tits covered up at all.
This is the best part of the fucking certificate. They just ruined it.
But Rocky,
yeah,
you can go to Tiffany online and then you can reorder them from Tiffany.
Tiffany online?
Yes, Tiffany published it. Because, and I had to read, because the Operation Enduring Freedom, the big one we got right, certificate, I couldn't find it anywhere. I guess it got fucking lost when I fucking moved from Virginia to fucking Missouri. So I had to reorder that bitch.
What is it? Tiffany what? Publishing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be on your if you look on the actual picture, I think it's in the bottom right hand corner. It'll tell you where it's that Tiffany Publishing.
Yep. Old Bosun Mate Smitty goes scallywags. I'm gonna call him Bosun Mate. I know he wasn't GM, but he's still Dick Seaman in my mind.
Dick Seaman.
I know he's listening. I know he's watching, see what he comments now.
See, I used to have the card for the wallet card too, the billfold card. I don't know where mine went.
Well, they will send you, if you order one, they'll send you a new one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember how you gotta verify that you got it in your record though.
No, they have a record. Tiffany has a record, all that shit.
Do they?
Yeah.
Because I know I got my Blue Nose and I've got my Order of the Rock on the cards in my phone.
So a single certificate, it says, is $28.75.
Yep.
For a single certificate.
Blue Nose. Blue Nose.
I got to step away. My son's getting picked up.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye. Yeah, they started doing cards on, I think it was on the Forrest Sherman.
Well, actually, on the first time we got
I got a little card in my wallet.
In 98, in 2000, we got cards too. In 2002, we got the cards.
Yeah.
I don't think I got the card from when we did it in 2020.
But it's all about the command too. This is like the Laboon, Strait of Gibraltar, right? They didn't do the fucking certificates for that at all. The fucking Suez Canal, nothing. It's all about what the command puts in for right there.
Yeah.
The only thing they cared about was put in for was the shellback on it, because a lot of those East Coast sailors didn't have it. Dude, there was only a fucking handful of us that were shellbacks on Laboon at that time. And every one of us, we did tours from on the West Coast. Dude, there was only like 2 or 3 fucking GSMs that are MP or engineer guys that fucking was a shellback. So that ceremony was fucking lame as fuck.
Ours got canceled because of that, because there wasn't enough shellbacks and they were worried, all of the shit and blah, blah, blah. And they couldn't verify a lot of people's stuff. And
I mean, we couldn't even fucking make him fucking crawl the nonstick like they did us. Crawl up the fucking ladder wells, right? We couldn't even make him do that back then.
Yeah.
And set yoke. And set yoke was a no-go right there. We're like, what the fuck?
It kept going back and forth on the East Coast. Like, at first they were going to allow it, and then they're like, no, we're not going to do it because of the hazing. No, yeah, no. And everybody did finally just give up. And it was like, I never did it again after the West Coast.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, this will be fun on the East Coast, right? Yeah. No.
Oh, no, wait. We did do it once. And it was, I had everybody calling Flipper for like 2 hours on the
I got trouble on that on Laboon people call Flipper. You can't do it. I was like, what the fuck we can't do? I said, what is it we can do? Well, make him see row your boat. I'm like, you're not going to bitch about that. Would you bitch about calling Flipper? Let's come on now.
Yeah, because are you going to fill the John boat with water? Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay, well, then there's no reason to row your boat.
Yeah. I said, what about hot sauce? No, we can't use hot sauce. I was like, what the fuck?
I
You know,
remember hot sauce, man. That was terrible.
Bad day right there.
Oh
well,
man,
fuck.
it was terrible.
See, in 2000, no one got hit with shillelaghs in 2000, but 98, we still got hit with shillelaghs.
Yeah.
You know,
That one might have caused a fight with me, dude. So I got whipped as a kid. I don't know. That might have been a different story with them motherfuckers.
in 2002, I was doing it as a joke, right?
Yeah.
Our MPA, he was a warrant officer. Fucking, I came up fucking with a shillelagh, right? They're all, listen, you can't. I said, what? I said, some of these motherfuckers need to be whipped.
Other than that, there wasn't. I think when we did it in 2000, I think that was the only one they removed. Was a
Yeah,
shillelagh.
that's the one thing they removed the shillelaghs. I was like, fuck.
Oh, and the trash chute wasn't like old trash. I think it was like
It wasn't as bad. I'll tell you that right now. Y'all got lucky on that one.
Yeah, that was day old.
You know,
But it didn't matter because the fucking dunk tank for the bobbin tank was right after the trash chute. So if you were like last in line to get up there, it was already full of fucking shit in it and they weren't changing it out.
when me and Rocky went through it, dude, that shit was fucking, it was over a week old fucking trash. And half decon back there. Oh my God. Dude, I mean, there were motherfuckers puking on that shit.
I know.
would have been too.
I mean, that smell was fucking horrible.
God, it was so gross, man. I couldn't wait to take a shower. After I was done, I threw my boots.
Well, we had to.
I think
And that's why they always told us.
I think I took my dungarees off and I threw everything away.
Yeah.
We all did because we threw our underwear, our boxes away too, over the side too, everything.
Yeah.
You know, but that's when we could do that, walk through the ship, fucking butt ass naked. You know, that's why they told us before we left Japan, you know, all that before we went to Australia, that we had to fucking have another set of fucking boondockers with us. You know, because everything we was gonna do, we had to throw away.
I went with an old pair of fucking PT shoes. I didn't have to wear my boondockers on that one.
No, we did.
No, we didn't have to on the 2000 one.
But they lined it up because all the females on board that time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you could only strip down to your fucking boxers.
Yep.
Because that's where my dungarees went. I wore my dungarees for that motherfucker. And then threw them bitches because they were getting ready to phase out anyway. I wasn't keeping them. I wasn't nostalgia for fucking bell bottoms or prison uniforms.
I remember recently I watched the Blues Brothers on TV, the movie The Blues Brothers, and at the end of the movie they're wearing dungarees.
Oh, John goes, still got a mark on my ass from 91.
Oh, man.
Might as well have propellers tattooed on your ass to cover it up.
Stephen Smith says, scallywags.
Hey guys, I'm going to be taking off. I'll be back in about 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right, later.
That's it.
Yeah, I just used an eraser on the shells. Oh, man. I love it, dude. Mick says, what's up, dude? What's up, Mick?
Oh, from Montana, bitches.
I say what happened to him. He wasn't coming on today?
No, he's on vacation, remember?
Oh, that's right. Till Monday.
Yeah, he sent that text out to us.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. That's why we're making fun of each other.
Because we're all a bunch of forgetful fucking fucks. Anyway, so.
Well, if it's not really that important, I'm not going to remember it. So
Yeah.
it's just Mick on vacation.
Well, I remember, so I had to remember, so I don't send him the invite. Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I got
this one is for all of us right here. This next one here.
Check it out. Let's see.
Let's see if how good y'all's memories are. And this goes for anybody that's watching this that fucking was in the fucking that went to this place too. Name that place.
man. That looks like fucking TPU at Norfolk, dude.
Naval Station. Dude.
I know it's Great Lakes, but
is that
that's one of the division ships at NTC or RTC, right there.
I was gonna say I was in ship 13 all the way at the fucking back up against the fence.
This was near the main gates where I was at. Because I took this picture. You know, because my mom, she found this fucking thing of me of pictures that I took at boot camp. You know, when we could, right? When the family weekend came up. I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn.
Look at those cars, man. Look at those cars in that thing, too.
It's the 90s, dude.
Yeah.
97 to be exact. Yeah.
Oh, that was good times, man.
I figured y'all would get
I think all those cars there would be either 97, 96, 95, or earlier.
Yeah.
They're 90s.
Yep.
Now, when you say, when you think back at being in the ships and going in and out of them, problem is we hardly ever went out the quarterdeck. We went out the fucking back door all the time.
Yep. But I took that picture during the family weekend after we already graduated while we was waiting to go over. You know. Here's how fucking dairy farmers propose to their girlfriends, right? Go get a kick out of this one.
How does this even tie into boot camp? We had dairy farmers.
I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. That's great, dude.
Well, I mean, our minds go, what the hell would we talk about one thing next month? Okay.
That's
funny.
I seen that
earlier.
Like,
Mississippi? Who's out there from Mississippi?
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's too good not to share, really.
It's like some Arkansas type shit.
No, Wisconsin bullshit, because that's the land of dairy cows.
That's true.
Because in boot camp, we had a fucking kid he grew up on a dairy farm. And this motherfucker was more ass backwards than I was.
I had a buddy who grew up on a dairy farm too. He's not all there now, but he wasn't all there before. Because he would get milk straight off right off the teat, dude, right as it went in.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Before it went to the pasteurizers.
Yep. Well, a lot of those dairy farmers, they drink the raw milk.
Oh yeah.
They don't set it off. They just keep their own.
No, because you knew where they grazed at.
Yeah.
The fields they were grazing in didn't have no chemicals, no nothing. They had straight grass out there, man.
Well, and that milk that they're getting raw is hell a lot more healthy for you than what after it's pasteurized too. Yeah,
before it goes in the pasteurizer.
Yeah.
As soon as you pasteurize it, you heat it up, man, and it loses almost all of its nutritional values.
What's the same way?
What's
the same way when people fucking cook vegetables, right? Cook them in a pan on the stove, right? If you boil them bitches, you're boiling off all the good stuff.
Yeah, steaming them and shit, yeah.
Not even steaming them, just putting them in with butter, boiling them or water.
I've always roasted my shit.
Oh, that's the best way to do corn, man. Is put that bitch on the fucking smoker or the grill, whatever you got, right? Put that bitch on and get that good char. I mean, dude, when I make salsa or barbecue sauce, I roast everything I'm going to use in that motherfucker.
I typically roast mine in the oven just so I can get a good sheet out of potatoes and broccoli and green beans and shit.
But I like that smoke flavor on mine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with either one of them.
That's like salsa. No one out there that I've seen, whether it be a food truck, a restaurant, they don't do the smoked salsa at all. If they did, smoked salsa.
Smoked salsa?
Everything that you're going to put in your salsa, you put it on the smoker until you get that good char on it, right?
Where do you, like in a freaking metal pan pot?
No, you put it right on the fucking grates, man.
Mm.
Yeah. And then you leave
plastic bag.
Yeah. And then you put them in a food processor, right? Let them go down. I'm telling you, I mean, but you gotta like, but it's not for everybody. You know, now people who like that smoke flavor, they'll love it. Because it just takes the salsa to a different level. That's what it does. You know, put a little redneckery in that. That's what I call it.
Dude, if you want, we can try it when you guys are out here, dude. Dude, I want to try it, and then I want to try it with my tacos and all that other stuff, man. I want to try the ground beef, the chicken, and the barrel beef.
That's one of the things I plan on doing out there, Rocky. It's showing you, hey, you can use a lot more things, you know, smoke-wise on tacos. You know, it all depends on how you think your customers, and how it go over with them. Play something, you know. But out in that area, I think it would go pretty good because, dude, you got fucking some of the best barbecue out there, too, in that area.
Dude, you know, the best barbecue place I've had is a food truck. It's Bird's Barbecue or something like that. We're friends with them, right? They love our food and we love their food. And he has made the best brisket, smoked brisket I've ever eaten in my life, dude. Like it's
did it have bark on that brisket?
I don't know. I never got a chance to talk to him about it because our lines when we go to places together are crowded.
No, I mean when you got it, did it have the bark on
the bark
on the slices?
No.
You gotta have that bark on the fucking good brisket, man.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You ain't no motherfucking king of barbecue about having bark on there.
I'm telling you, that's the best fucking shit you're gonna have is bark on it.
No, because I had some up north that didn't have the heavy bark on it. It had the char on it like sugar would be, but not that heavy fucking salt and black pepper fucking
Gotta have that.
bark.
Gotta have that.
Texas style shit, man.
Well, that's Missouri style too, because here in Missouri, we take a mixture. It's a mixture of Texas barbecue and our own style. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not wrong, but it's not the best barbecue you're going to get if it doesn't have bark on it.
Brisket wise, I'm picky about brisket. When I was eating it,
I was going to say, you can't even fucking eat it anyway.
I know, but I'm saying when I was eating it, if it didn't have bark on it, I wouldn't eat it. I was like, nope, nope. Gotta have that bark on it for me.
Fucking wannabe barbecue snob.
Hey, goddamn right. Hey.
You're goddamn right.
Goddamn right I am.
I got to give him shit about it. Just because I'm used to what Rocky said.
I was listening to you say you're going to have bark on it. I'm like, no, motherfucker. It's got to be seasoned right and cooked at the right amount of time.
But if you got the right seasons on the motherfucker, you're going to have that bark.
I know that, but like,
oh my God. It's just like pork, dude. Pork, you know, you get that good bark on there depending on what you're using. Get it down there. But when you start shredding it up, you want the kind of like, you know, those crumbly bits in there, that bark bits in there that you can get on. Yeah. I know what you're saying. I just want to fuck you. But Rocky's right. A good spot in Indiana was from a food truck. Some of the best barbecue was coming out of a guy that was in a food truck, and he actually sold it because it got too fucking busy for him. It was supposed to be like a side hustle, and old man knew him real good, like friends. And he was just like, I can't keep up with it, man. The demand is just too fucking high for what I can cook. And this was just supposed to be a fucking hobby, you know, and it got so fucking big for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Mike Ureta.
I know,
Farmers who drink from the teat gets you a Boswell. Bitch. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Oh,
nice.
All right, this is funny, dude. We'll see if they'll answer, right? If some of these guys will answer, right? This is a question for Ureta, any motherfucker that lives in Texas, right? On your brisket, bark or no bark? Let's take a poll.
That's Texas barbecue. Yes, it's going to have bark on it. But what I'm saying is it's not going to be, it has to be the best with a bark on it.
It's going to be the best with bark, guaranteed.
No, it's not. I've had shit before with bark on it.
I've had some with no bark on it, and that shit was not fucking good. No.
I think it all comes down to the smoke, man. I think smoke and time, how you wrap it, where it's at.
You know, I am particular because you go anywhere in Missouri, like burn ends and all that shit, right? You got that bark because you got to have that bark on the burn ends.
Well, and that comes from the double fucking cook on it, and with it being in more sauce. You know what I mean? It's good.
No, they don't get that bark from the double cook. That bark was on there from the first cook.
They start out with a good bark and then they'll get double bark on it because it cooks longer. Come on now.
Not the way I did it. I had the good bark before I didn't get no more bark on it after fucking cooking it.
Man, just go with the turkey fucking hot dog burn-ins, man. That's about what you got now.
Hey, I still get char on them motherfuckers. I'll tell you that right now.
I've seen some, the hot dog ones, the poor man burn-ins and shit. They look good.
Big U goes, the bark is where it gets you that bite. Come on. I knew he fucking gotta have that bark.
Give a fuck. Here's how it goes down. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make it the best. Next it'll be, oh, look at the barbecue competitions.
Dude, if I could fucking, I can still cook the brisket. I just can't fucking eat. That's why I don't fucking
Yeah, I know, right? You got to be careful with that. Do you got to be careful when you're handling?
I know. Well, I got to wear gloves, right?
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know how it would react if I had a cut on my finger, right? Mm-hmm. Or if I cut myself while slicing it.
Yeah.
How that would react in the bloodstream. That's why I quit deer hunting. That's why I quit deer hunting because I've cut my hands cutting the deer open, right? Especially when you're up there trying to cut because I never would cut the neck by itself, right? Most people go up the deer, slice its neck, right? I'd go up through the fucking throat, right? Cut that trachea. You know, that way. I've cut my hands doing that. That's why I quit deer hunting. Like, nope.
That's what I was curious about, whether or not your handling can fuck with it too.
Now, some people, they can't cook it at all because as soon as they smell it, they break out. Now, me, if I was always ingesting it,
yeah,
you know, it's still be, yeah. I mean, dude, if I could, I still got those recipes, man. I would fucking, I was like, God damn, you know. But mine's like KFC style, you know.
Yeah.
KFC style.
No,
you know.
Like I said, you got to give you shit. You got to go into like a hazmat suit to go cook fucking brisket.
Now, like the ribs, like here in Missouri,
yeah,
I don't like the ones in Kansas City. I like the ones in St. Louis. 10 times better.
Wasn't St. Louis like the dry style, ain't it?
Well, they got dry, they got wet. Depends on, because the dry is more of a Memphis style. Some people in St. Louis, that move from Memphis area, they do the dry. But St. Louis style, it can be wet too, but it's a different sauce. It's not as thick as Kansas City style.
So it's that thinned out, almost not vinegar, but you know, you get that thin wet mop on there.
It's got but it's still got vinegar in it, a lot more than the Kansas City style does.
And then you start running in North Carolina vinegar style.
You see, the sauce in St. Louis is more like a Memphis style sauce, that thin sauce with the vinegar. But it's vinegar based.
Is there anybody from Alabama out there with their white barbecue dip fucking barbecue?
I doubt it.
I've seen that and I'm like, because it's like a mayonnaise base. And I like mayonnaise.
That's why I've never tried it. So if I have, I didn't know it.
Yeah, it's like a real thin, dude. It's like a dunk, like Nashville hot chicken style. So you know, like the oil, but this is mayonnaise and it's thin.
A lot of times they don't fucking dunk it; they mop it on like a new barbecue sauce.
Yeah, no, I've seen these guys dump full chickens in there and shit. I think it's mostly their chicken. I don't think it's any of their beef or pork.
Chicken. I've always said no on chicken.
Yeah. That's like,
but I know Thumper, he's made Alabama white sauce for his chicken before. You know, I think he used the Duke's mayonnaise in it.
I'm not a fan of Duke's, man. I've tried it a couple different times when I've been out here and it just doesn't. I don't know. I'll take Blue Plate, man. Blue Plate's where it's at.
Duke's mayonnaise?
Yeah.
What's Blue Plate? I've never heard of that.
Blue Plate's out of Louisiana. So it's kind of harder to find. The only place I can find it out here is at the commissary. Commissary sells it in like smaller jars, and that shit is good.
Oh, Big U goes, Gilly, you won't cut the neck on a deer, but you would sure choke a chicken. Shit, I choke my chicken daily. What you talking about?
Chicken.
It's good for the prostate, man. Takes, gives you help. It gives you years on your life.
And it makes people less irritable once you bust that nut.
Yeah. They say at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Oh yes.
But then when you go for your PSA test, they're like, can't have sex or ejaculate for 5 days prior to. They're like, wait, what? They're telling you it's good for you though, and you can't do it for your test.
John goes, damn, if that's true, I'm going to live to be 300.
Hey, we're not medical experts. You got to look it up. All right. Not claiming to be a doctor on here, so you can't sue me.
Shit, we know more than medicine than some doctors do sometimes because all the bullshit we've had to go through.
Yeah, no shit. Like I said, when they called me up, man, they gave me my result, and I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You guys were worried about it being slightly elevated, and then it's like almost nothing on the next one. Like, and then you're telling me Joe Biden didn't know he had it with all of his doctors? Get the fuck out of here, man. They called me as soon as they seen it, like, hey, we need to do a test next week.
Oh, yeah.
And my shit was just barely elevated.
And you think the staff that he had for doctors ain't gonna catch that shit? Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
You know. Oh, speaking of fucking barbecue, this little thing you're gonna get a kick out of this one. They had I was on the Pit Barrel Facebook page earlier.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are arguing about fucking doing forced air, those air controllers, right?
Oh, yeah,
On
yeah.
a Pit Barrel. You know, but none of them said just leave it. I finally put all there. I said, look, let it do its fucking thing.
Yeah.
You don't need any of that fancy bullshit on the motherfucker. I said, you're always going to get airflow because you cannot cut that airflow all the way off unless you stick tinfoil in those fucking holes where the rebar go and the one down below.
Yeah.
I said, don't waste your fucking money on trying to fucking
And like
get better airflow because you're not.
Because when you're running it, you can open up the bottom flap and the lid, and there's enough airflow to restart. Like if you get a stall out on it, it will fucking restart. It'll catch fucking fire again.
Oh yeah.
You got to be careful with that shit because there's enough air going through there that fucking it reignites the thing. Like not the coals, it's a fucking flame. What?
Oh, he really goes. Good definitely knows about 3 or 4 times a week. He did that on the ship all the time.
Damn right, boy. You know what that means? Just means our shit's still working. Ain't got no fucking Viagra or them red rose fucking pills. Can't get disability for ED yet.
Hey, Viagra is a fucking party right there.
Here we go. Here we go.
And ED is an addition onto your disability.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's extra money.
You get it, yeah.
I told them what they can't fucking prove I don't have it. What are they gonna do? Try to jerk me off? Go for it.
Now what they're gonna do is they're gonna bring some fucking sexy midget in there for you, see if you get hard without it.
Yeah,
that'd be my luck. But I would just tell them I was thinking about a dead body or something.
or bring one of those fucking Thai girls over for you.
I'd just be like, yeah, I didn't get hard for the woman. I got hard because I was thinking of dead puppies and babies.
Then they throw you in for the psych eval.
Hey, I've already failed that. That's why I got 70% on my PTSD.
Yeah.
Don't hit that motherfucker. Like, yeah, we ain't gonna let this motherfucker out.
Have they linked back any chemicals or anything with ED? I thought there was.
No, so the AFFF, they have linked back to like prostate, I think, and thyroid.
I remember thyroid. Yeah, thyroid with AFFF. I didn't realize prostate was in there.
I think prostate's in there with the AFFF, but I don't think there's anything linked. Fucking shit.
Yeah.
Dropping beers in my fucking fridge.
We'll take some time and do it right.
I don't think there's anything that links back to ED. Now, ED can be a secondary to PTSD, depression, anxiety, and high blood pressure and diabetes.
Yeah,
So
I've heard that.
those,
Yeah.
That's a secondary disease process. So, I mean, it gets loaded into that, but it's not its own,
Yeah, it's not its own category specified by any.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to get your dick blown off. I mean, that's pretty much it. But like with ED, it's a special. They call it a special. Fuck! What the fuck is the wording for it? I forget. It's a special something, and so it's an addition to your disability. It's not part of your rating. It's like $125 or $150 a month extra. So, and once you do that, then they give you 8 pills a month of Viagra or whatever. And what's crazy though is like, so I went in for it. I said, fuck it, I got it, They were like, well, we can only give you 4 pills. I'm like, what do you mean fucking 4 pills? You're telling me I can only fuck 4 times in a month? I'm like, fuck you. Like, I want more pills. So I went out to a fucking civilian doctor and I used GoodRx and I was paying $9.99 for fucking a 30-day supply.
You guys seen this? You seen this one?
No. Play it.
I took the music off of it.
Oh yeah.
What is that about?
We're talking about eating and not working again. Nico Ortiz is hilarious, dude. He's got some great dark humor skits from the Army, military in general.
Yeah, but he always fucking pegs us guys in the Navy as gays and all that shit.
Oh man, the one where it's like I hear the beat of your heart. And it's like the Navy guy creeping up on the Marines.
Yep.
On the ship, yeah. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, and the Marines like, no, my God. They're coming after us. It's like how hardcore are the Marines? Oh, wait. When they get on a Navy LSD or LHA.
Yep. All right. Thumper, you wasn't here when we was talking about brisket, right? Bark on a brisket or no bark?
Huh?
Bark on a brisket or no bark?
That's a fucking trick question.
You have to have fucking bark.
That's not what he said. He said the best barbecue has bark on it. And we said, bullshit, it doesn't have to have bark on it for it to be good. That was the argument.
On the brisket, it does.
You have to have bark for brisket.
That's fair.
That's where all the flavoring is, and it keeps it moist inside. And I'm just gonna say it one more time because I like the word moist. So
it's gotta be moist.
Well, we couldn't leave Thumper out because he likes barbecue too.
So it's a 50-50.
And you count Ureta, it's more than 50-50. You count him.
He doesn't have a fucking vote. Nobody cares about what he says on Facebook. It's Facebook. Oh wait, he's from Texas, so he gets a half vote because it's a biased vote.
I wanted to do my weekly check-in on Temu to see how many sex robots they got on the market yet.
Oh, do it.
Well, I'm looking. It's not robots though. They're just sex dolls, but they're cheap as fuck, dude. You can get a whole body one for like $50.
I think there was Vegas just had not the CES, but they were doing a robot exhibition.
This doesn't show nudity, so I can show it, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it does or not. It don't matter. Fuck.
Well, this one is $38.03. There's
Yeah,
no
but
head.
if it's come from fucking a tip you never know what's gonna be inside that motherfucker. It might be fucking glass in there. Fucking, you put your dick in there, fucking cut it all to hell.
They even have fat ones. See?
That's not fat. That's just a little thick. That ain't fat.
That's
You can't win a hogging competition with that.
that's BBL on that one.
Yeah, that's not fat,
that one's $140. That's expensive.
dude. Fat is, dude. When they got fucking, front back tits, that's fat. And their fucking fupa is fucking either where they can't see their knees. That's fat.
I wanted robot. I put in robot. These are not robots.
Well, he dumped up. Hold on.
Oh,
I got one from the Daily Mail that came out. This is the one that came out 11th of January this year. So these are the AI sex dolls in their brothel. Now, I did see the article, but I got to find it. There's a guy in Germany that rents these $100 an hour, and you can shift them out, like hair, face, all of that when you rent it for an hour. And it will, like, they reset. The AI is, like, depending on how you want it, the AI itself to talk, then that's what you get. So he's got a bunch of them that set up. And this lady was just flying off the handle about it, because now it's going to become, well, these guys want to harm these robots, and they want to enact all these dark fantasies and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, but you hate fucking going after men. So why are you worried about men going after robots?
but the thing is, those women that are bitching about that, right, are the same women that have the rape fantasy. Guaranteed.
That's what the guy was talking about.
Well, John goes, I think I won the Burbalo contest.
Did a what?
That he won the Burbalo contest.
Oh. Where at?
That girl's had to be Bremerton, if I remember correctly. Because there were a lot of fat girls in Washington. Yeah.
Fat liberals.
Yeah.
Well, now I don't know if they was back then or not. Liberals back then. Yeah.
It's the same, except some of them dress like idiots.
Yeah, because I know every time I entered a hogging contest, John was the biggest one. I never lost a goddamn hogging contest. Never did.
Yes.
The next day, I'm doing that kind of ugly, trying to gnaw the arm off, trying to get out from underneath them.
Or have me come fucking yank you out.
Enough, true, yeah. That's true.
Never again. Never again. Oh, that was bad that morning. That was real bad. Because it was the manager of the apartment complex that Chad and Danielle were staying in.
Yep.
And she comes over and gets me like, I got to get him out of this house before my daughter gets up for school. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? You got to get him out of the house. How the fuck am I going to get this dude out of the house? You drag him out and shit? I don't care what you got to do. Just got to get him out. Well, maybe you shouldn't have fucked him last night. Is what I said to her, too. I don't remember what, Kristen? I don't remember her name. It's that redhead. She's a bigger girl, old mom. So Gilly doesn't discriminate just from that story alone.
Urena goes, so good when they first found out how to cook brisket, it had no bark. Come on, man. It's like saying you need to call me, ma'am, even through my nuts or swinging. Come on, dude.
Good, we got him fired up. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Now, Big U, I told you to fucking give some of your email if you want. Come on, little fucker. Come on.
You don't even have to come on video. You just put your voice up on a little screen.
Yes.
That's
Hey, you can do it on your phone if you're out. If you're working, if you're off work, you can still do it on your phone.
I mean, he's afraid to show his face because his glasses got too thick, or what? I know he's still a big motherfucker at that too.
Yeah, we'll talk all the shit we want all life. Yeah, but the thing is, if we was there in person, we can still outrun his old ass.
This is actually funny because there's more people watching right now. It seems like
Yeah.
it's like two people or something. It's great.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Grahava come on here and say some shit.
Oh shit, Gilly, look at the comments on
I know.
Facebook.
So, I know we've been reading them.
No, he just sent Eureka just sent another one.
Oh.
Gilly, send me a link so I can come on.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Big U's in the
All right.
house.
Let me find your messenger here. Because I need your.
Hey, Big U, make sure you have Zoom downloaded.
Yeah.
I'm sure he does. I think he's probably doing that kind of stuff. He still
He
works
might for work, yeah.
for the
Hey.
meeting.
Ureta, send me your email through Messenger. Then I'll send you one through Gmail, through my email.
Yeah, he was up in Iowa, and I fucking missed hanging out with him while he was up here. Fucking him and Smith. She lives out kind of by Des Moines, and I was out there for a death investigation conference.
Who's
Hung
Smith?
out with her.
I don't remember Smith.
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Jennifer Smith?
Yeah. She was. I think she was still a fireman when you were there.
Was she on us with Westpac?
Yeah. She was there.
Was she? Yeah.
What rate
Yeah,
was
she was there.
She's GSM.
She was
Yeah, so-
GSM FN.
Okay, I'll see if I can.
She was
I don't
actually
remember.
rated.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
she was. Yeah, she actually went to school for it. I'm like, I'm sorry, fucking fucks. What else does it?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
All right, let me get to my Gmail, Big U. Here. Oh shit, never mind. I gotta do that for here. There we go.
Got to drop it from there.
I finally
Yep.
bought some fucking curtains for my living room, by the way.
Yeah, did it bring down the temp since you ain't running the fucking AC?
I haven't put them up yet. I got them delivered this morning.
Oh,
I
nice.
don't run that motherfucker. I try not to.
Did you get like a blackout style or just like regular curtains?
Yeah, I have to get blackout because
Yeah.
of the projector.
Oh,
Because I got a the projector I have right now is a 90-inch screen,
yeah.
but the new one I'm getting is it's a 4K laser, and I'm gonna do 120. So it only has to be 10.5 inches away from the screen though. So that's perfect because I'm putting a bench underneath the screen. And
Mhm.
so it's cool because I'm gonna have a bench and there's gonna be a shelf that slides out and the projector is gonna be on that. And then the screen is gonna come up from the bench up the wall.
Mhm.
And so then I'll have a 120-inch screen and it will just project right there. And then I have the Dolby Atmos 3D sound. It sounds like shit goes over you and everything. I ran all the wiring inside the walls and everything in the ceiling for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I told Gilly, I was talking to Gilly yesterday. I still have to add you, Gilly, on my Xbox.
Hello.
But I play World of Warships and World of Tanks and
Yeah,
shit like that.
He was telling me that last night. That means we can get a 3-man platoon going.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Because I got Gilly saved on for the Xbox. So all I got to do is add you in or however we do it and add together. Because it took us forever to get the crossplay fucking the platoons figured out. And
Yeah, but once we got
it.
figured out, it was good then. Once we got figured out.
I've
Yeah,
got
'cause-
all the fucking expansions and stuff for the fucking World of Tanks and stuff because of they do the seasons.
Yeah, I do. I've been doing every season for the last, almost 3 years now.
I think I've had it for 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
but I haven't been on it for a while, so I probably have to. I need to jump on it and download it.
Well, I threw it off for
update it.
Doom Dark Ages, and then me and Gilly were doing some Diablo 4, but we haven't ran any Diablo 4 shit. Speaking of that, I did talk to Marcus. More Marcus. I sent him the podcast stuff, so I don't know if he's going to do it either.
Panic says, "Shit, I'll play."
I said, send me your email through Messenger.
Between those two games, man, Diablo 4 and World of Tanks, I don't really need to play much of anything. I don't really play much of anything else.
I play a lot of like first person shooter games.
Yep.
But I get fucking frustrated when I'm just playing online because of these little motherfuckers with these oh, it fucking pisses me off. So I would rather play with and against, like have teams and just do team death matches and stuff like together instead of open, going on to, unless we get a good team together and then we play online together, that would be okay. But these
those
little
PC fucks are still fucking cheap. Those PC guys still cheap
and everything. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It's the reason why I like World of Tanks and World of Warships, because they're locked out of the PC guys. It's only Xbox and fucking PS5 or PS4,
Yeah. World of Warships, I love that game, dude. That's so fun.
It is. I mean, I played it for a while, and then it was just like, all right, I got too many that I'm trying to keep up with. And
Yep.
I like the way the tank's set up. I mean, ships are fun, but I love the tank shit.
I do like the tanks too.
Guys, the last video game I played, like seriously, and beat it was like a Super Mario Brothers game that I was playing in 2008 on the Nintendo Wii. I don't remember what it was though.
What was Super Mario Galaxy? I think was out at that time.
I don't know, man. Like they had something like I remember like the fox tail or the squirrel tail that made you fly, but this one had a different one. But they flew. And that's how I beat the game.
Trying to remember which one. I think Galaxy came out for the Wii, or not Wii, but
I just got fucking old Activision fucking games on there from fucking Atari on Xbox. Pitfall 2, Pete Rose baseball, boxing, tennis, all that shit.
I just want to play Kung Fu, Super Contra, Excite Bike, Joust, Super
Get
Mario
you a
Brothers.
Switch for that. Switch for that, because I got that on the Excite Bike on the Switch.
And then the last time I really played video games, I had a Super Nintendo, and that was like Street Fighter 2. That's when I stopped playing video games, because I was like, I like girls. I like girls. They're
just wait till you see the fucking graphics on these new video games like Diablo, man. Fucking awesome.
It's almost like a movie.
Diablo like a first-person shooter, or what is it?
No, it's an ARPG.
Yep.
So it's
I'll have to look it up. I've never played it.
So Diablo has been the same since it started. It's always that isometric view that's just slightly overhead and kind of skewed off to the side, and you run and you kill shit, and then you kind of level up and pick spells and put armor on. So
and they have like movie cutscenes in there too and all that shit on Diablo. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking awesome.
Diablo's been a solid till now. It's turned into microtransactions from hell, but Diablo Immortal's pretty good too. Diablo Immortal's on the mobile.
Yeah, I got it on my phone.
I'll have to look into it and see, because I'm not normally big into like the RPGs and shit like that. Like, I'm more first-person shooter, or like World of Tanks, World of Warships, stuff like that. Those keep my attention better. My ex's brother, he hosts World of Warcraft, the WoW like events and like teams, and like he spends a lot of money on shit, and I'm like, holy fuck, I could never do that. And like they meet up for like actual like battles and stuff. I can't do that kind of stuff. But
no, we don't go that far into it.
Dude, he makes money. Like he builds characters for people. Like he'll build shit on this on like this game and sell the characters. Like he actually makes real money.
Problem is against some of the TOSs on some of them.
Yeah, but he still does it.
Yeah, no, there's people like gold farmers in World of Warcraft, man. They've been around for fucking ever, dude.
Yeah,
beat them. Oh, speaking of internet and video games, I got one from the Darwin Awards I was saving, and it came up.
Oh, really?
So this one is called the 503 Server Overload. So back in 2017 in France, at 1:30 a.m. in Rhone, a 47-year-old man attempted to leave his room by climbing down the Ethernet cable.
Are you kidding me? You fucking kidding me?
He chose the router because his concerned mother had locked him out of his room to prevent him from intoxicating himself. So being heavier than a few gigabytes, his weight was too much for the cable, and he crashed to the street from a 9th-story apartment.
Oh my God. He was probably liquefied, dude.
Yeah. But he was
Nice.
trying to climb down the
Oh my
Ethernet
God.
cable.
What floor was
Oh.
he living on?
Ninth story, dude.
9th or like, what if he got down like 2 floors and then boom?
I don't think he made it that far. I think as soon as he grabbed it and leaned out, he was gone.
Man.
My son has a website that he follows. It keeps track of every death for the Pokemon Go game.
Jesus.
Dude, there is some crazy shit, like people walking off of roofs and walking into bodies of water and dying, and getting hit by cars and all this shit because they're playing Pokemon Go. It's fucking crazy.
You seen that lady at the mall when she walks right into the fountain and falls
Yeah.
over, like her phone's in front of her face, and she literally walks. Like you can't even see the fountain through your phone, and you walk right the fuck into it.
Yeah, there's a whole website designed specifically for all the deaths for Pokemon Go.
That's fucking crazy.
We
I've
had
heard,
people
I've heard of the
getting hit
people
here.
like walking in New York and they fall down the fucking
Yeah.
like not manholes, but the construction areas, above ground, and then they fall into them motherfuckers.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird, dude. It's crazy. It's like, what the fuck? Well, I do have somebody that's going to be stopping by for a beer, so I might be jumping off here. But I have Gilly's gamer tag for Xbox.
Yep.
Send me yours, Lil Tate, and I'll add you on too.
Yeah, I'll send you mine. It was just really weird how we had to set it up between the Xbox. It was just really weird. Like it took us forever to figure out how to do it. I think part of mine was get like the exact, like I think it kept fucking up Gilly's gamer tag, some shit.
Oh shit.
Battle Network's great though. That's the one good thing about that shit.
It shouldn't have been any different than adding a Xbox gamer tag.
Yeah, no, it wasn't, but it was when we were trying to get playing in World of Tanks is where we were having trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Sorry, Rita.
Platoon.
Sorry, I didn't put your fucking first name in there.
Oh my gosh.
He's like,
you fucktard. He's a fucktard.
Oh,
today.
and back to Pokemon Go, that started to create a security breach out here in Norfolk because of all the anchors. They were putting Pokemon at anchor spots. So there's guys trying to drive around base of the anchors and shit. Trying to, because I even did it myself a couple times. So I know.
You got the right one.
You got people just wandering around these fucking anchors trying to fucking find them.
Oh my god.
The bad thing is I've always had 2 fucking beers. So
Dude, it wasn't long. Like the first time I heard of Pokemon Go was in 2014, I think.
Yeah.
And like I had no idea about this crap. I never watched Pokemon growing up. I thought it looked retarded. I don't know if it is or not. I've never even watched the movie.
No, I was outside of Pokemon. I went the Yu-Gi-Oh route, vice the Pokemon.
I heard of that, and I never even looked at that.
I was in big.
I never even looked at Bionicle. Like, remember Bionicle?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was robots. I don't know.
Yeah, it was robot Legos.
And then, dude, like the last toys, action figures I had was either G.I. Joe, Transformers, or He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't get the whole Pokemon thing. I never understood it. Never understood the Pokemon and the anime stuff. But like the Pokemon is a huge thing. Like even here in the Midwest, it's weird. It's like
it's gotten fucking out of hand, dude. I've seen videos of people like stocking the vending machines, and people will be waiting as soon as it's stocked to open, and they're like trying to buy the motherfucker out.
Yeah.
I've seen fights go down of people trying to get in there, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is fucking insane.
Yep.
For the Pokemon stuff, it happens overseas too. It's just not here It's over. Like, there's a huge counterfeiting ring for that shit. People breaking into stores, stealing it from the card shops, and I'm like, good God, man.
Yeah,
But
it's
some of them
crazy,
rake in
dude.
some money though.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't get it.
Well, and the
But-
collector card game, has been around since we were kids. WWF, baseball cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The price is only set by what the collectors set it as and what they value it as. If it wasn't the collectors, there wouldn't be really any value. Be
Right.
worth what it's printed on.
Yep.
So
That's what's it's a value driven market, and
yeah.
I mean, my son does the cards and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't get it. He has like a Pokemon battle game. It's like it's like the board game, but I don't know. He tried explaining it to me, and I'm just like, I don't fucking get this. But I'm gonna be a good dad, and I'm gonna pretend to like it and do whatever. But but getting back to the Pokemon Go thing, I mean, it's created a lot of fucking deaths worldwide. And this website, it's cool. You can log in and it'll tell you all the crazy fucking shit that's happened. And the non-crazy shit, like the actual deaths, natural deaths and stuff while they were playing it. I mean, it even records that. But
had a heart attack because I got excited. Oh, I got
it's
Charizard.
fucking hilarious, dude. It's fucking crazy that people do some stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Well, that's why we said you can't kill stupid, and that's why we have Darwin Awards.
Yeah.
Make Darwin
Pokemon
Awards great
Go-
again.
Pokemon Go can kill some stupid people. Maybe that's what. Maybe that would be a great tool to get rid of stupid people. Come out with another game like that and just let it go.
Tool
Let it
to
happen.
thin people out.
When you
Natural
start
selection. Natural selection at its finest, people, right there.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Rocky, I'll send you the 2 invites with the right email address this time.
What about John?
I don't know. I ain't heard from him.
Check from John. Check on John real quick. Make sure you did everything right.
Check.
I don't
Check.
think
check.
John-
I never got
thought
his
he was
email.
talking-
I never
no,
got
he was
John's
talking
email.
about-
Email?
He
Maybe
was
I
just
never
talking
got
about
his
playing-
email.
Maybe he was talking about playing the video games.
Yeah, he was just
Well, he
talking about
could've
playing
been.
video games.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I was thinking either it's the video games or he wants to come on.
Yeah.
Which is
That's what I was
cool if he
thinking
does
too.
Yeah, he said shit I'll play, and I think that was for the video games.
Yep.
You guys want to see some more dark humor if you haven't seen this one?
Sure.
Hold on. I always get stuck where Gilly does. We're sharing audio.
Yep.
Yo, Heinz, how's your grandpa doing? Is he good still or what?
Grandpa got tons of dust in Vietnam. Napalm. Jesus.
Yo, Heinz, how's your grandpa? Is he good still or what?
Well, it says Uriah's address is not found. I went and checked it again. What the fuck?
So anybody out there that's watching that's not military, there's a lot of dark humor out there, especially.
I think that's how we get through most of the really crappy times.
I think we
It
do
could be
too.
continuous for like months on end.
Well,
Said his email.
oh, Gilly still. It shows
No.
the camaraderie and the brotherhood that comes together. It gets fucked up, gets kind of crazy out there. I always love that one because he pulls off his sunglasses and he's squinting. I don't know if you've seen the other one where it's like it's an Asian dude talking about going white in his credit card. And he opens up his eyes. It's pretty good. I think I'll use my
Nice.
credit card.
I typed it in exactly how he said to.
Those.
Unless he
That's
got
funny.
his shit fucking banned or something.
I doubt it.
Unless there ain't no fucking dot in between his first name and last name.
Maybe I can send it to him from my email.
That's right.
Forward. First, I
Yeah,
gotta
anybody that's watching that wants to play on Xbox or anything, fucking let's all set up a fucking time to meet up and play. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, that'd be fucking awesome.
Rocky,
we
I'll
get
send
it.
you this. I'll send you a screenshot with this shit in it for his
Pfeiffer's gaming group, dude.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Like the VA. So the VA has a gaming like thing for veterans for helping with like PTSD and everything. And I think it would be pretty cool to have like old shipmates and stuff that fucking, want to fucking hang out and just drink beer and play video games, I think that'd be
Yeah,
pretty
man.
fucking awesome.
Thanks, Rocky.
And it's another option
I'll
where
send
if
you a
you
text.
wanna
Check it.
come on to Zoom, you're already playing.
Yeah.
They get the headsets on and you can talk shit like we're talking shit right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Absolutely. So
It's a Memorial Day remembering the fallen, but we're also remembering, who's with us and having a great time. It doesn't have to be fucking all doom and gloom. I know for you, you have a lot of experiences that happen while you're overseas, but it doesn't have to be the end of the world for that kind of stuff.
Yep. Absolutely.
I think
All right,
everybody
guys.
listening knows that. You get a chance to talk about it. So
Yeah. I'm gonna bounce, but I will talk to you guys later.
bounce.
What, Tuesday, right? We're still good on Tuesday?
Oh yeah, we're still good
Are we
on
doing
Tuesday
anything
right now.
tomorrow or no?
You know what? If we all can, I think I'll be able to.
I
Well,
think
just send me a message or whatever.
I
I'm
can. I'm pretty good for Tuesday. I mean Monday. I only
Okay.
got one assignment this week. I'm starting up tonight. So
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, send me the link or whatever. Just shoot me a message saying, "Hey, yeah, let's do it." And I'll be on.
okay.
I don't have anything going on tomorrow.
All right.
I just sent Big U
All right, brother.
Invite.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye bye.
so
Bye.
hopefully it goes through because it just I typed it in and it like automatically remembered it or something. So I don't know. Unless that's
I'll
what
send him.
it does.
I just sent him another one too, and if this time it's not coming back, it's undelivered so far. So
Yeah, that's usually an auto remember like Gmail will do it.
yeah.
Yeah, so I might have talked to him in the past. I don't remember though.
So Big U, check your email
Unless
for.
it was unless it was having to do with my pinning because
I was gonna say like season stuff because
yeah
he'd
it had to
already.
be
I
that,
know he picked up Chief really early.
He picked it up in 2000, I think, when we were on deployment. Him and HT1 Lang made chief.
Was Joe right after that? Smith?
Joe was after. He was after 2000. He was like 2001.
And
Okay.
Carscore made it the next year.
Y'all know. Yeah. See, I didn't know Cars gonna make chief until he came to Little Move.
Yeah, dude. I was like, dude, he made chief, man, because he was crazy, man.
Probably still is.
I miss that dude, man. He made me laugh so much, dude. Oh, man.
He talk a lot of shit too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker. He would sit there like in 98, Acapulco, right? Dude, he fucked this little fucking virgin Mexican shit right on the beach. Yep.
It's got to go down sometime.
Yep. I'm gonna message you read it again. Say, hey, check it again.
Or maybe he's just having trouble getting the Zoom stuff up.
Now the first ones I sent out, it came back undeliverable for some reason. So that's what's weird because we've never had that problem ever. You know, because the first time I just put in Ureta. You know,
Right.
but yeah, fucking see here what we got here. Oh, Rocky, you ever seen what happens when a grain bin implodes itself?
A what?
Grain bin.
Grayman?
Grain bin.
Grain bin.
No.
Right there.
Oh, shit.
Shit. That's a bad day right there.
Yep.
Dang. That don't sound good, bro.
That happens all the time. More than what people think it does.
Or the people that fucking get swallowed up in grain bins and fucking die.
You guys ever hear the story of the Boston molasses thing?
No.
Like I think like in early 1900s, Boston had like this molasses plant or something like that. And the tank
Yep.
broke and flooded the place and ended up killing some people in Boston.
Oh yeah.
Getting
I
killed by
remember-
molasses, dude.
Yep.
It's a new one.
Yeah, dude, because you move slower than molasses in January, you fucker. You hear that growing up and then in the Navy and shit like that. So,
Oh yeah. That news sold that on the fucking History Channel one time. Oh. Here's what it is right here. Bring up this picture. Right there.
dang.
That people fucking got burnt alive with that shit too.
Yeah.
They was cooking it. That's how it flooded. Something blew up.
Yeah, grease like sugar. Sugar will burn the fuck out of you and it holds heat
Oh,
for
yeah.
a while.
Exactly.
You don't realize like when you get sugar up and going, you crystallize and that shit pops on you, it's gonna hurt for a while.
Oh hell yes. All right, what? All right, yeah. I got one I can't show, so you might. Some people might take that the wrong way.
What were you looking at?
Oh, I'll show you. I'll send it to y'all later.
Oh, okay.
That's how bad it is.
Like violent or something?
Nope.
I mean,
Not
'cause
violent.
I showed that video of the fucking the elephant crushing that dude and killing him. I think it killed him.
Oh, you got that one? Share that one too.
No, it was on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, but you got it.
We were talking. We were just having a group meeting or whatever.
You didn't say that, son of a bitch.
No, dude, I didn't.
Dude, you should have. That would have been perfect for Darwin Award shit, man.
I know. Maybe someone will write a summary on it for us.
Well, I know. Hold on.
I mean, the new thing is FAFO, dude, on Twitter.
Yeah.
Here is Rocky using dirty pickup lines on my wife.
Oh, this has got to be funny. Hopefully, there's no music.
No.
Hey, babe,
Yeah.
can I give you a baby shower?
No, we ain't having no damn babies no more. What the fuck we need a baby shower for?
I was gonna throw a baby shower on your face. How you doing?
That's funny.
I figured you'd like that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, dude, I'm one of those guys. I do that to my wife all the time. I mess around with her like that. It's fun.
I remember what this one is here.
Like the one where he's talking to his wife about men getting there before women in heaven.
Heaven? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's one that ain't
30
so bad.
minutes of silence.
Here's one that
That's
ain't
because
so
of
bad. Right.
that's actually because of whatever that judgment was.
Yeah.
Here.
It's still
Yeah.
good.
Get that motherfucker. I don't want. There we go.
Trump should run for a third term?
Yeah, I fuck with Trump.
Why you say that?
Cause Trump a crazy motherfucker. He say what he want to say. He do what he want to do. Trump got balls. I fuck with Trump. I don't like no in the closet politician. I like a politician who gon' say what they gotta say what they mean. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like him, he gon' say fuck you.
And you respect that?
Yeah, I fuck with Trump. He's a gangster.
You think?
Yeah, he's a gangster for sure. He like a mob boss. They tried to smoke Trump and Trump wasn't going.
Yeah.
Trump hitting Neo moves and he dodged in the Matrix and yeah.
If Donald Trump was here right now, what would you tell him?
I tell him keep talking this. Put them stimulus checks back out here.
What do you think is the biggest threat to America?
Music.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because music is the most influential thing in the world. When you want to look at how society is being run and how society is going, you look at the music and you look at the artists.
Would you rather date a liberal or an illegal immigrant?
Whoever look better.
Well, you gotta pick one.
Where the illegal immigrant from?
Colombia. It's illegal immigrant.
Colombia joints be fine. You ever seen Colombiana?
Nah.
Yeah, I fuck with Colombian.
Colombiana.
Oh, that was great.
Zoe Saldana.
Oh, I had to share that one because, because what everyone tries to tell you is like all the blacks vote for Democrat. No, they don't, people. I'm telling you.
Well, it was even funnier because he's like, dude, I'll mess with foreign chicks. I'll go out there. It's like, I'll get a passport,
right? I pulled another one since Thumper was talking about RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I pulled another one from the Darwin Awards I found. It's called The Hammer of Doom.
Mm.
So this is back in 2006 in Brazil. He tried to disassemble an RPG by driving back and forth over it with his car.
You gotta be kidding me, dude.
This technique was ineffective, so he escalated to pounding it with the RPG with a sledgehammer.
What the fuck?
Up close and personal.
With a sledgehammer. That's just absolutely crazy. Like, you're going to hit an explosive with a fucking sledgehammer.
Who the fuck? Oh, my God.
Which one?
What? I mean, motherfucker must have been stupid as hell.
Yeah,
hit explosive with a fucking hammer, sledgehammer. I got one here. Let me read it first.
I'm trying to find the rhino hunter and the elephant taking him out.
Oh, this was the gerbil rocket.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We know what happens with gerbils.
All right. Urban Legend, 1998. In retrospect, lighting the match was my big mistake. But I was only trying to save the gerbil. Blah, blah, blah. Told the abused doctors in the severe burns unit of Salt Lake City Hospital, whatever the fuck that name is, and his homosexual partner, Andrew, had been admitted for emergency treatment after felching season had gone seriously wrong. I pushed cardboard, toilet paper. I gotta get rid of this chew.
That's hilarious. I gotta get rid of this chew.
Gotta get it out.
Up his fucking rectum and slipped out, rag out on gerbil. And he explained as usual, Kiki shouted out Armageddon by cue that he had reached Nirvana, so to speak. So I tried to retrieve Ragged, but he simply would not come out. So I peered in the tube and struck a match thinking the light might attract him. At a hush press conference, a hospital spokesman described what happened next. The match ignited the pocket of intestinal methane gas in Kiki's colon. Flames shot out of the tube and ignited Mr. What's-his-name hair and severely burned his face. It also set fire through the gerbil's fur and whiskers, causing it to scurry further up Kiki's colon, which in turn ignited larger pocket gas up in his intestine and propelling the rodent out of the cardboard like a cannonball. Suffered severe second-degree burns, broken nose from impact of the gerbil, while firing suffered first and second-degree burns to his anus and lower intestinal tract.
Oh my God!
Sadly, gerbil did not survive the incident.
Oh man, that's insane.
That's an urban legend. Like, you keep pulling urban legends.
Some of those are the best ones too.
But I know gerbils have been attributed to some of those actions by certain individuals. It's been a joke running around for a long time.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the guys that was on, he was Paul Pepper and Friends, right? He was on the Channel 8 News, has his old TV show, right? He actually did. The gerbil's ass had to go to the emergency room and get it removed.
Yeah.
And that's when everybody knew that he was gay.
What? I mean, that's animal cruelty.
Yeah. That stuff. I mean,
Like that with animals. What's wrong with y'all?
yeah, I mean, I like the urban legends because sometimes they died, sometimes they didn't.
Yeah.
You know?
It's up there to keep putting it around.
Oh, hell yes.
This is well, for people that are poachers and do this, this is the last one I got. Since you're on the gerbil one. And we were talking about elephants earlier. Rhino poacher killed by an elephant and eaten by lions. So 2019 in South Africa, elephant trampled and a lion digested a poacher. Had illegally crept into a national park with murder in his mind. For there's money to be made from rhino horns. We already know that. So he got they stomped him out, man, and the lions ate him. Elephant's like, look, I'll get him. Lion's like, cool, I'll leave you be. Let me take the hunter. Tells you how ruthless the lion or the animal kingdom is. And you all want to, what was that? Women live with a bear versus a man in the woods.
Oh, that argument.
Yeah.
Oh, found it, Rocky. Found it.
What'd you find?
The elephant.
John said poor gerbil.
Nope. I gotta get through this fucking ad first here, so.
You gotta share it?
Yeah, so I get through the fucking ad.
Is it off YouTube?
Hey, I just messaged
Daily Motion
on Facebook with Messenger. I don't think he's online because I'm trying to find out if the email went through from my side.
He could have hopped off.
Yeah, he could have. All right. Got it. Damn it.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I showed the other day.
Yeah, from Daily Motion, though.
Yep. There we go. Yeah.
247, 24/7 sports.
India. The assistant caretaker who was trying to theater the elephant was severely trampled, collapsed, and later died. The heart-wrenching video showed the enormous elephant smashing its trainer body after stomping on him. It then slams him to the ground after grabbing his neck by the trunk. The footage also shows a second man showing up as the elephant attempted to kick him.
Man, that's crazy. That's sad. We don't get a copyright for that because I checked on our YouTube thing and we got a copyright thing.
I'll take a look at it and I'll double check it.
Not on live one we didn't. So
I'll go through them. One of them I edited. The thing is, the AI will pull it up, and then you go through the copyright side, and they ask for it to be removed. So
you're thinking of
you can either
Rocky,
take care of it.
You're thinking of episode. Yeah, Rocky, you're thinking of episode 47. Episode 48, they don't copyright on that.
Yeah, it's 47. I just saw that.
Yeah. Oh, that ain't nothing new for us. I don't know what
we talked about. I don't remember what we got copyrighted.
Dude, it doesn't matter. It can be any little fucking thing. It doesn't fucking matter, really.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna kick you off the motherfucker. You know, just like when we talked about vaccines, they banned that motherfucker completely.
And now they're all over the news talking about it, dude. It's on every social media platform that they're talking about it.
But we talked about that before Trump came back in office, too.
Yeah.
You know, that was still during election time when they was trying to fucking, hide everything. They didn't want people fucking tell the fucking truth on shit.
Yeah, no.
That's like now, they can't say shit if we talk about COVID. They can't say a fucking thing. We don't have to say ooze or fucking snake bite or snake venom or any of that bullshit now.
Man, the only one that has one on there is from episode 35. That was the buck cherry shit.
Look at the live. Live was 47 too, says copyright.
Yeah. I'm looking at the live now.
All right.
So 25th, Happy Gilmore. Official trailer.
The trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And let me look at copyright really quick. And we have no removal requests.
Yep.
Well, I think we promoted the movie to more people. Even
They just hit it because it was a fucking trailer.
Yeah. Which a lot of people don't even know that's fucking coming out. You know? Because a lot of people that got fucking with AI, you know, said it was going to be coming out on January 1st. You know? I was one of those guys that fucking, Netflix is going to be having this January 1st, right? Nope. Assholes.
Yeah. And then you go back, you're right. It was the one with the Pfeiffers when we streamed back in January.
Yep.
It violated terms and policies.
Yeah. Fuck, that ain't nothing new for us. Fuck, come on now.
No.
Oh, jungles. Poor germs. Oh, shit.
Nice.
We always got something fucked up.
Oh, well, that's because we're fucking rogues. Fucking sailors. We're fucking pirates and Huns from the north.
Here, I sent this one to Hodges Thumper earlier, right?
Nice.
Rocky wouldn't pay attention.
No, he's texting. Should we get Rocky fired up?
Oh yes, get him fired up.
Oh, you might not get anything out of me. I don't know.
Let's try
it. This you guys talked about barbecue.
Only politics I'm sharing today. From the Gateway Pundit, Antifa and transgender activists attack and shut down a peaceful Christian gathering in Seattle Park. The Democrat mayor blames the Christians.
When are they going to just start fighting?
That's what I'm waiting on.
It's warfare, dude. It's like these things are trying to kill you.
Mm-hmm. The Crusades need to go back down. But, we're talking Memorial Day, and, this country is founded on Christian values. And a lot of when you do the oath of office is, on that, so help me God. It doesn't have to be a Christian God, but you're believing in a higher power. So,
yeah.
And then all the religious services that we do, that we follow, traditions, a lot of that happens in there. I mean, they ask you to put your religious preference on your dog tag so they know how to take care of your burial.
Yep.
Because if you don't put no religious preference in there, they do whatever the fuck they want.
Here's one that Gardner sent me.
Uh-oh. Put off the music.
That ain't music.
It is.
That's not music.
Look at the bottom where it says original audio.
Oh, hell, that don't mean shit.
That's the copyright thing.
Yes.
Facebook don't hit us with that, so.
Yeah, because we have to learn how to get around that.
Yeah.
No, Facebook does not hit us with it. That's what I'm saying. They don't.
Facebook doesn't, but YouTube will if anything goes up to YouTube.
Fuck YouTube.
You can play the video, keep going. I'm just saying turn the music.
Well, I'll play video, but you say you can't really play it without fucking music, without the sound.
Oh, well then don't play it if you can't play without the sound. I mean, if it's everybody getting up out of the rack screaming when you get that biological clock going and you fucking think you're late for something.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I really don't care if we get copyright on YouTube.
All right, then fucking play it then. Play it, dude. Fuck it.
Because everybody does this shit on YouTube all the time.
Play it. I'll upload it. It'll be the bark, no bark brisket shit.
gosh, dude.
McCollum with his fucking curtain open when he was beaten off.
What?
Yeah, you
No.
never seen that shit? Yeah. Got caught a
Talking about
couple
Clinton?
times. No. Ian won.
McClendon did that shit too.
Would he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian was always that old man crying away, wearing the fucking rag around him down in Ox 1, trying to keep himself from sweating and cool down.
Because he was too fucking fat and out of shape. That's why.
I remember him telling me he went to mass because he got sunburned too bad, and they put him up for destruction of government property because he had to go to medical and he couldn't stand watching shit. I mean, this was obviously before the fight.
Yeah, because I mean that actually that's basketball fits right there still today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they want to push that shit too.
Yeah, it becomes part of like malingering and shit.
Yeah. But if you want to edit that one out of fucking YouTube when you upload it to YouTube, that's fine.
I'll see what it does when it goes up.
But like fucking Facebook, I ain't worried about that. We ain't never been hit on copyright shit on Facebook yet.
No, the sound is fine. It's the music that gets played in it for the background shit that YouTube picks up.
But you know what's fucked up, right? I've seen all these other motherfuckers do it on YouTube, but not one of these motherfuckers get copyright.
They might get copyrighted and they may not give a shit.
Yeah. You know. Because first of all, if it's all over the internet, it's fair game. Really.
Well, the thing is like music in them doesn't fall under the Fair Use Act. Everything we're using for like news and stuff like that is under the fair use.
Yeah.
So you can pull anything from the news.
That's what's fucked up too, because TikTok, nobody gets hit with copyright on music on TikTok. Nobody.
Yeah, I don't know what YouTube's or TikTok's term of service is, but they're always playing the copyright at the bottom of that reel cut.
Yeah. Well, same way on TikTok too. They play it at the bottom, right? It shows at the bottom what song's playing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever video you're making, and none of them get hit with copyright.
That's because it's referenced. That's why.
Because I've done the same shit on fucking TikTok. Never once got hit on that shit, man. And like YouTube, it shows on that video where it gives credit to the person too. That's what they should not be hitting people with copyright. As long as you give credit to them, and you're not making any money off the motherfucker, it shouldn't matter.
And that's what Rocky was saying. As long as you try to figure out how to have it at the bottom of the video that fucking put it in the description.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with plagiarism is for writing papers.
Yeah.
You got to give credit where credit's due. Or you're like that Harvard fucking president that fucking plagiarized her doctorate fucking paper, her final paper.
Black chick?
Yeah.
That black chick? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was a DEI hire anyways. She only got that position because of the color of her skin.
Yeah.
Plain simple. You know, and plus she's a female too.
Yeah. She had a lot of marks now. I think she's a lesbian too.
Well, and I know that's not a popular subject with people, some people, but I don't care. You know, a lot of times that's the fucking truth. Just like in the military, you know, if you was a minority, right, it didn't matter if you was Eskimo or what. Dude, you got preference no matter how good you do your job or not over on that test.
Right.
On points.
Yeah, because I got in an argument with John about it one day about recruiting numbers. And I was like, you know, the Chiefs board does the same fucking thing. They have to have a certain number of each demographic when they go in there. And he was upset because he thought it was supposed to be the best person for the job. And I was like, it is. Problem is it's not. I said, I've talked to board members that have set the boards, Mass Chiefs, about it because they're pissed off about the same thing too.
You know, and no, if you know, nothing against, because I've served some great black people, we all did. You know, people of different color. You know, some of those guys that got promoted, they actually earned that promotion.
Yeah, they did it off their merit, the skin color.
But I've seen some that were just lazy pieces of shits. But I've seen some that were just lazy pieces of shits. Did not know their job.
That was everyone.
That got promoted. And I see that with white people too.
Yeah, yeah, it was everybody across the board.
It was everybody. It was just like the people that got promoted were the ones who did the best.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what really brought it to light was the ERB. when they got rid of a ton of people that wanted to stay in the military and the Navy, and then they kept people who didn't want to stay in, and it became numbers games, and the Navy fucked themselves really hard because this was back in 2011, 2012 when the ERB was going down. So it was like PTS.
You mean CRS?
No, it was ERB.
Performed PTS?
PTS came after that.
Okay, because I remember PTS, dude, and PTS was like a big problem.
Yeah, PTS was a big problem because it almost put me out of GS because they kept putting in my request for GSM too early. So the system was kicking me back out. And what was happening was I was on the third look, but I should have never been on my third look. It should have been my first one. That's why I was getting ready to go to the Air Force and shit. I already have my paperwork together, getting ready to fucking get accepted into the Air Force.
They would take you?
Yeah. Yeah, they take up to, at the time, they would take up to 30,000 prior enlisted or enlisted at the time, you know, in any other branch. And depending on your rate, they had so many openings. So
same
like
way the
GSM,
Army, same way the Army does too.
Yeah.
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 So I was trying to go fucking case in the Army.
Yeah.
You know, but that was already filled up. You know, they're like, well, we can put you in fucking with the Apaches. And a lot of people don't realize they got their own ships too. They said, well, you can be the chain. I'm like, I'm not going on a fucking boat. Fuck you. And I ain't not. I said, I don't want to fucking fly helicopters, period. I don't like fucking heists. Now you want, I said, I'll be the fucking guy overlooking the fucking maintenance. I said, that's fine. You know?
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's where JSM, like, you know, we crossed over for warrant officer for Apaches. Air Force was going to take me for an aircraft mechanic because I wasn't that far in yet.
See, they didn't want to take me for a mechanic. They want to take me for a pilot. I'm like, no, ain't happening.
Firebirds, baby, Firebirds. Woo!
No, because I told myself, I'll do the mechanic side. That's fine. I'm like, no, we need pilots right now. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, no.
They opened it up again for M1A Abrams tank mechanics.
Really?
They got the TF-40. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to be a tanker, man. I did. I wanted to be a fucking tanker.
TF-40 Bravos or TF-40s, and they start putting the ETF-40s in them.
Yep.
So they were looking for people that had been through the schools. I know I got offered to go. And I was like, maybe 10 years ago.
Yep.
But not now.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
not when I was already like 15 years in.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, that's nice when you go from E5 all the way to fucking warrant officer right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Because really, we all know how it is sometimes. Some of the warrant officers, they're really great, right? And most of them, dude, they're the best hide and seek motherfuckers out there.
Some of them are really good.
Yeah. Fucking, what we call that fucking skates, right? Remember the working parties? Oh, I'm hiding. I ain't getting called for this shit. Especially when we got to fucking bring the food on for everybody. Remember those working parties, Rocky? I'm sure all the fucking carrier was a lot worse too.
Dude, I had to do the security for it. Anytime, like I had people in certain spots on my MAs that we had to use for this thing.
So you couldn't.
And the
so
mail,
you couldn't just hide.
Getting the mail. No, I loaded. I would usually put a gun on and everything and load up and walk the streets with the guys, relieve them on wash so they could eat. Because like those con reps and everything, they were like an all day process, man. They took like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, depending on how much. And that's not including the fuel that they're sending to us. And the fuel is not for the ship. It's for the jets.
Yep.
And it's like, I don't know, like millions of gallons or something like that they're getting every time when we do that.
Did you guys ever have any problem with people trying to steal everything?
That's why my security guys were there.
Okay.
Like, I guess they had established that before I got there. And then I looked at the diagram and I got one of my first classes. And I think I asked her or him, where are the most tactical best places to place our shipmates, to place our MAs, to make sure nothing bad goes on. So they were there the whole time where the food was going on, where the fueling was, and where the mail was.
Who the fuck is gonna try to steal from the fucking working party on coming from shore?
They have like these huge boxes with mail, and it's like one will say security, one will say OD1, OD2, OD3, one will put ENG or whatever it is, whatever the division symbols are, right? Or acronym like A gang, stuff like that. And someone will try and snag some mail.
Fucking mail
It makes absolutely no sense, but someone will try to do it.
I mean, can you imagine like getting dip in cigarettes and then selling them off market like the mafia did?
Oh, I did all the fucking time.
I
did that with the deer jerky that mom and dad sent me when I was in Japan.
Well, I know, but I'm saying stealing it from a con rep.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Con rep and then mail, like say your mail came and all your dip is fucking gone.
I could see people try to steal some fucking steaks and some lobster right cooked down the engine rooms. I can see that.
No, I could see stuff like cigarettes and shit.
But mail, I was like, God damn.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the thing. Being on small boy, didn't have to really worry about it too much.
But on the carrier, you got 5,000 people on there you got to worry about? 6? Fully loaded? I mean, imagine all that coming through. And there's a lot of untrustworthy individuals like we talked about. So that was happening when the Shitty Hawk was there. Remember they did a berthing inspection, all the weapons they found that was in people's racks? Fucking handgun, all kinds of shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Shanks, fucking knives, a fucking machete too.
Fuck, was that motherfucker prison? Oh my god.
I remember that because they posted up the picture of it. It's like they went through a fucking jail cell, dude. They went through a cell block. People got all kinds of shit.
Fuck. What year was that?
Oh man, that was like 2001, 2002, I think.
Oh, the Shitty Kitty?
Yeah.
See, that's when the Shitty Kitty was still in Japan too.
I think she had just gotten to Everett.
Oh, just got back. Okay.
Yeah, she just got back to Everett.
Because she was the one that relieved fucking Indy in Yokosuka with Shitty Kitty.
Yeah, she got back because it turned into a fucking nightmare for parking and trying to get to the ships. Because the buses are, running fucking all the way full to get down to the pier. It was a fucking nightmare.
Well, even when the Lincoln was there, it was a fucking nightmare when they came back from deployment or out to sea.
Yeah, the old stinking Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nightmare. I mean, in Everett. Trying to get off base and get on. First of getting off, fucking driving shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because remember they had like the double, like the tandem fucking buses that swiveled in the middle?
Yeah.
Everybody always try to get in the middle to sit down when there was no seats. Bus drivers get pissed off.
Well, it's like fucking Everett was too small for a fucking carrier base.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, that's a small boy base.
Yeah.
Best.
I guess it wasn't small enough. I remember when we ate there when we first came into port name. I think
98.
The mess deck.
Yeah, 98.
I never thought that 1998 I would step on there a couple of times, and then in 2019 I would be on that ship. 21 years later, dude.
And that's when my parents came out there. At that time, and I had a cousin that was all stationed on there at the time. Didn't know it until later that weekend, but we went down to Oregon to see his mom and dad. And stuff. And his brother, my other cousin, he was stationed on Indy same time we was in Japan.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It is a small world because I had a senior chief that fucking came from the Forrest Sherman, talked about how great the Forrest Sherman was when I was on the Bulkley, and I ended up going to the Forrest Sherman to close out my sea time.
A lot of times the commands that were supposed to be great, when they was on there, by the time you get there, they ain't worth a fuck.
Nope. No, my buddy Kyle, when I first got there, he walked me around the engine room. He's like, "What do you think?" I was like, "It looks like fucking shit down here."
Yeah.
We've been working on it pretty hard. I was like, "Still looks like shit."
Yeah. Well, it's like when I got to Laboon, everyone talked about how good camaraderie is because, everybody bunks together, different, rates and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had a few guys that were great people, right? A couple of them I still talk to. I had one the other day message me. He said, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" I said, "Not a whole lot," because he's working in Virginia there at the shipyard, one of the shipyards there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't remember which one it was, but he's like, "I was checking in on you." Those are the ones I still talk to from them. But the rest of them, there was no camaraderie on that fucking boat at all.
Yeah.
None. Especially the engineering. So that said, on the 5, we was all fucking tight, no matter what. And even the topsiders, we was tight with some of them too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and same thing we've talked about before. We've seen it throughout the years on the East Coast. Worked in Assault Craft Unit 4, the good old boy shit. So I know how all that shit goes down.
And that's easy to get blackballed out in that community right there. Kind of like it is the SEALs.
Yep.
I still want to hear more about that one SEAL.
Which one? The one I was telling you about the other day?
Yep.
The one that, the discrimination stuff got his fucking trident taken away.
Yep. I can't wait till they come out with that shit and see what actually happened, right?
That's what I want to know, because I don't want to give her story away too much because I know she enjoyed talking about it, but when she got called into a DRB and they wanted her in there because of her color for representation, she was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, no, I'm not coming in there to represent just because the person of color is on there," all that shit. So I don't want to get into her story too much, but
and the bad thing is they may never tell us the truth what actually went on.
No. No, I didn't. We already know how all that shit goes down.
Oh yeah. And the bad thing is, that's not even been in the fucking news media at all.
No,
because I tried searching for it, can't find shit.
Nope.
And
the thing is that Virginia used to be pretty fucking cutthroat with the military, the Navy especially. Yeah. Anytime something would go bad, it was in the news.
Oh,
100% in the news. Smash the Navy, and that was Wavy News 10. They, they talk about them being, all for it, but as soon as they got a story they could run with, dude, that shit all over the Navy, they would.
Yeah. Because a lot of people that grew up in that area, they fucking hated the military.
Oh, yeah, they still do. Like we talked about. Get off my lawn.
Yeah. I was shocked the first time I fucking walked to the bar, right? I was like, what the fuck is this sign? Sailors and dogs keep off the fucking lawn. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I ain't ever been that fucking drunk, passed out in someone's fucking yard.
Only my own.
I ain't never passed out in the fucking yard. Ever.
I passed out in the porch. Yeah.
A chair's a different story. You're sitting down.
Yeah.
But
like I did at Chad's one time, I was butt naked, fucking sleeping outside.
Yeah.
In the chair.
No, that was over there in Virginia there.
Yeah. I think you had already left for school, and I think Danielle had already left for Georgia, and it was just Chad by himself.
Just but yeah, I mean, dude, the first time you passed out in the fucking backyard there.
No, I don't care. It doesn't bother me any.
Oh. And we all passed out. I ain't never passed out butt ass naked, no.
That happens.
That's what happens. You get that fucking pool if they still have that pool set up.
Yeah, and you get drinking in it.
Yep.
Pass out.
I know they got pissed at me when I put a hole in that fucking pool because we remember that fucking a horseshoe fucking pit that Chad had to put in, right?
Yeah.
And Danielle wanted to put that pool right behind it. Yeah. That fucking horseshoe went right through that fucking pool. Whoop.
Yep. And then we ended up breaking the other one because we kept trying to jump into it.
Yep.
And finally, took down the side of it and shit. So. So
I can still picture that fucking place in my head.
oh
You
yeah.
know,
Oh
I
yeah.
can't remember the fucking street name of it.
I know where it's at. If I went down to Little Creek, I could find it.
Well, I know I can find it I know I can find it if I fucking was in that area.
Yeah.
I wonder if that fucking high G fucking mini mart, gas station was still that
Oh,
little
the
mini
airport
mart.
quickie mart, dude.
Yeah.
It is. Last time I drove by there, it said airport on it. Now, whether or not it's the same guys running, I know they got caught for skimming years back.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
they were skimming cards.
Fuck
Which is
that,
the
we had
only
seven.
place. The only place I could get Camel Wides at. That's why I went down there.
Yep, that's what I did too. Plus we had 7-Eleven right down the road from that.
Yeah.
Oh, how many times I went down there fucking drunk as hell getting more fucking beer?
Too many fucking times. You can always go into 7-Eleven and get more beer.
Oh fuck. Or that or the fucking hot dogs we was hungry or whatever the fuck they had on the rollers and shit.
Yeah. Everything.
But that neighborhood, I mean, it was good, but you go not too far away from that neighborhood wouldn't worth fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
that strip bar that used to be down there turned into a Filipino restaurant. The one right there before you got to the Hardee's.
Yep.
On the corner. Or the Hardee's was on the corner. And then just up from there was the strip bar.
Shit, I remember coming back. Remember that fucking hurricane came through that time? It was back in fucking 03.
Hurricane Isabel?
Yeah, I think so. It was 03. So I had to go out, the ship had to go out, right? So I had to go with it. And came back, dude, it looked like a tornado been through that motherfucker. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, it was bad because I had just gotten ACU 4.
Yep.
And
that's right. When you first got out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was part of the cleanup crew. Oh, I don't have a fucking class tonight? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Memorial Day weekend. All right.
Yeah.
Well, the way he put out the schedule, like I said, he fucking reserve Navy captain. The way he put it up was just really weird how he put it in. So,
and that's it right there, fucking reserves. Now, was he active duty at one time?
He was active duty at one time.
Okay. So he was not one of those guys who came straight out of high school and right to reserve.
No, he was in. So I was like, nah, motherfucker.
And those are reservists I can't stand are the ones who fucking went straight out of high school who went reserve, right?
Yeah.
No. The reserve should be for people who did active duty first. Plain simple. In my opinion, it was.
Did he put anything up? No.
You get anything from Big U?
No, he probably gonna come on, so I ain't worried about it.
Okay.
We'll get him some other time. We'll get him another time.
We tried to goad him the best we could.
Oh yeah. He might have been fucked with us the whole time too.
Yeah.
You don't know. So
we'll know when he jumps on at, like in the middle of, whatever it's going on.
Yeah, then we'd have two Mexicans on here.
Getting diverse. That's what I was telling Sis. I was like, it'd be nice. We're trying to get women on here so we can really diversify, the content. Yeah. I was like, it's usually all these guys. I was like, so yeah, we would love to have you on there.
Who?
Oh, my neighbor. She's a senior chief.
Oh.
Yeah.
But she's got to kind of be careful because she's still active duty in some of the commands she's worked with.
I don't want to put her in that. I don't want to put her in a position.
No, she understands that. She knows. We all know how to play that.
Yeah, I still don't want to put her in that position. That would suck, dude.
Oh no, she can hold her own. Believe me, she's worked with the SEALs, so she can hold.
I believe that. It's just when someone else watches it, she's going to get hell for it.
Yeah. Well, hell, nobody watches it anyway. So
yeah, I know. It's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, get her LS husband on here too. Come on now.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they fucking changed it from LS or changed from SK to LS. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and her husband, he's getting ready to get out on medical because of his back. So he's a senior chief too. So they live nice because they got one kid. And it's like
that's how you do it with your military. If you're gonna have a kid, only have one.
I think he has one from a previous marriage and hers is from a previous marriage, but you know, it is what it is. So they were upset when I told them what was kind of going down, that I'd be leaving soon, and they're like, man, we're gonna lose our brother. And I was like, you're gonna lose your handyman too. Oh, it ain't about that. Because I'm the cheapest handyman around, dude. I do it for a couple shots of booze and I'll put together fucking shit you order.
It's a fucking food where they have a fucking cookout. Come over there with your Tupperware. That's when the hood side of that comes out. A little thing comes out the hood side. I'll bring my Tupperware. I got the Tupperware. Come on.
Yep. And they're all like, man, we should have thought of that too. And I was like, man, I'm sleeping on it.
You know what's funny though? Every black cookout I've been to, there's always someone there that's brings the Tupperware.
Yeah.
And those are the ones who don't ever bring nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she catered it. Like when I talked to them, they're like, hey, we were going to do 20, but we decided to do 30. And when they did 30, even though it's only like 10 more people, you know, it became like 20 more, you know, like 40 is the amount they got.
Yeah.
And that cabbage, they had that Jamaican cabbage. Oh man, that shit was so fucking good. Tore me up though, man. I was farting like crazy.
Yeah, but at least they mild it down on the spice level.
Yeah, the jerk chicken was brought, you know, the heat was brought down like I made fun of, but it was fucking good, man. It was really good food.
I mean, because you don't need all that heat sometimes, as long as you got the flavor there.
Yeah, it was all there, you know.
But I still like to, you know, jerk food that fucking brings the heat too. But damn, you can't eat that shit fucking late at night. I'll tell you that much right now.
That's why I said that cabbage was getting to me, man.
Woo.
And that
Rocky, I'm working on that. No mayonnaise based fucking Mexican coleslaw.
Really?
Yep. I'm working on.
You can eat the esquite, right?
Oh, I can eat mayonnaise based. I just don't like mayonnaise.
Well, like when we make esquite, it's kind of similar to mayonnaise.
Oh, that's right.
It tastes way better, but it's like it's cream corn and it's really good.
Well, it depends on what it's in it.
Like in the video that you guys saw of my wife talking about it to that guy, what it's made out of, and then he tasted it and it was really good and all that stuff. That's esquite.
I mean, as long as there ain't no mammal products in it, I can have it.
Okay, because I want to make sure, because I want you to. I think I'll have corn at that time, so that we can have you try it.
But I'm working on fucking, because I like mayonnaise, but I want some coleslaw. I don't want to do red coleslaw like last time I did ostrich fucking steak tacos, right? You know, smoked steak that I chopped up, right, or sliced and cubed up, and then threw it in the fucking tacos with cheese, right, melted like that. I want something else to go in there. So I was like, I know I could make a fucking mayonnaise, you know, no mayonnaise, you know, coleslaw. That's Mexican. Get all the flavors right. So I'm working on that now. So because I got the Asian slaw now that has no mayonnaise in it too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does that mean we need to put together a shopping list when we come out there?
I don't know.
That's why too bad Fort Bragg commissary is too far. It's not.
Yeah,
you know, too bad. Too bad that's not. Too bad that's too far away, right there.
Yeah.
You know. But
Yes,
Rocky,
sir.
where's the cheapest place to get groceries out in your area?
Probably Walmart.
You got Aldi's out there?
We do. It's in Hickory.
Nice. That's where we're going too. We're gonna hit Walmart and Aldi's too. You know, because Aldi's got some good shit. A lot of their shit tastes great too.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people think, oh, because it's fucking name brand. It's still fucking. It's the same shit, just under a different name that you get from fucking Tyson, all that, whatever. You know.
Yeah, it's their generic names is what it is. It's still the same companies.
Yeah,
it's just not branded.
Yeah,
because I fucking lived out there when I was coming up, and you could get everything cheap there, and it was the same damn thing. You get Cocoa Puffs, and it was like Cocoa Pops. Fucking still the same from General Mills. You look on the label. course, Gilly's going piss now.
No, it's okay. I'm freaking hungry, boys.
I'm getting there myself. Because
I need-
this is my schedule, like getting ready for class, and I forgot. Now I'm going to have to read back through the alternate assignment because I didn't see anything on there. And there's nothing on the announcement board.
What class is this one?
Fucking the grants management.
Oh, man, that's got to be boring.
Dude, I did my last paper and I got like an 84 on it because there wasn't enough in there. Even though everything was tied together, there wasn't a few things that needed to be added. And I'm like, well, that wasn't really in the life cycle on the web page. So when you want me to talk about payouts and you don't really know how the payouts go down because you don't know the contracts for the stakeholders and who's paying out the contract, because it's not always the federal, you know, some of it's the federal government, some of it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are NGOs. So you go into agreement with them for the money that you're getting for the grant. You have stipulations and then they pay out from there. That's all I put in there. I didn't know there was other stuff added to it because I've never had to get a payout from a grant. So you're like, okay, well, you wanted us to read Gov, you know, Grants Gov 101. That's what was there. So I don't know.
Are there other hyperlinks or anything in it?
There was another one, but that was all federal stuff. That's like the actual articles from like Stafford Act and shit like that. Like, you're like, okay, I'm just reading fucking federal code now. And there's a lot of, and it wasn't in that list. So I don't know. I was telling Gilly, I was like, I'll get over it. I'm not too worried about it. But, you know, when I read his stuff, I was just like, all right, man. Okay. But it's the first assignment. So you kind of get a feel for what you need for the rest of the class. So,
Rocky, that farm where you get your corn at, are they open 7 days a week?
I'll have to find out.
Because if they're open,
Because we go there, and I think it's on Sundays, and they have bluegrass concerts there.
because if they're open during the week, we're gonna definitely hit that place up, get some fresh shit.
let's see.
Beef, chicken,
It's
Beef and chicken.
chicken and beef. I want beef chicken right now.
because I plan on making you some fucking smoked corn fucking salad.
Smoked corn salad?
Yeah.
It sounds interesting, man.
Well, I call it a salad, but it's got a little fresh dressing in there with it too.
Cool.
Oh,
So how many of those grunt style shirts have you got? Like you get one every month or every week? Or...
I get one every month as long as I'm signed up for it. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
that's
You're gonna have like a lot of shirts, dude.
Oh, I'm gonna cancel it before long. So
You'll have one for every day of the year.
I already. Well, no, I ain't gonna do it that fucking long.
I'm just messing.
I'll do it for a while. So I mean, hell, right now I got enough for fucking one every day for every week. You know, so
All right. Now I found it. Okay. I found
I
the
got plenty
assignment.
of shirts from the fucking trip.
I'm gonna call my.
I just don't like fucking black a whole lot in the summertime. You know, because it depends on how hot it gets out there. I'm gonna be cutting sleeves off some fucking shirts.
I don't think it'll be that bad. But
Well, you never know because every year is different. It depends on where you're at too. You know, that's like here in Missouri, July can be fucking mild or it can be fucking extremely fucking hot as hell. You know,
That's a lot of the Midwest too.
yeah. And well, it depends. Like last summer, it didn't get when the Rivers played, you know, baseball. It didn't get hot until fucking August. That's when it really got hot. You know, so I got lucky there. Cause I don't like the fucking heat at all. Fuck that. Just but yeah, I mean, and look around too, Rocky. Whether it's like places that fish at, right? Especially if you got trout out there. I know you got to have trout in that area.
Says they do.
You know, so
is it near Hickory? Because the Hickory Lake is right there.
Because that fucking, I'll be telling you,
It is.
smoked trout tacos, man, dude, that's better than fucking any other fish out there, in my opinion.
Smoked
Yes.
trout tacos.
Yes. But a lot of people don't do it because a lot of people don't know how to fucking fillet them. You know, or they don't fish them. Because if you had to fucking pay for them, right? Trout ain't fucking cheap at all. Kind of like salmon, ain't fucking cheap. You know, when you got to buy it, you know, in bulk and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, just have that at the house, you know, for your family. Dude, I mean, that's fucking amazing. I mean, any fish can be fucking put in a taco. Anything can be fucking taco. You know, pasta, you know, spaghetti tacos. Depends on how fucking high you are.
You know, one of my favorite things was that we made, and we did it like I think the first year we were open. They would ask us to come to the recreational center because baseball was going on, and we would sell taco dogs, and it was our ground beef as the chili with all the toppings we put on like nachos.
Yeah, on top of hot dog.
Or dude, and man, it was so good. I mainly just did like the cheese. We didn't have the queso yet. We only had our nacho cheese. And, man, so good.
To me, queso is better than fucking regular nacho cheese.
Yes, the queso is much better. It's my secret Krabby Patty formula, or one of them.
Shit, fucking River's gonna eat you out of house and home with fucking queso. That boy's a queso fucking fiend. I mean, he will drink it.
I mean, he loves cheese that much?
Oh, he does too.
It's funny, man. My son Nate, he hates cheese. He hates even touching it. And he works on the truck.
Dude, I was like that growing up, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got, you know, now when I was a little baby, you know, I love cheese. I guess I ate so much of it, I got sick of it, right? Or my taste changed, right? But growing up, I did not like it. I would not eat a hamburger had cheese on it. I wouldn't eat pizza with cheese on it at all. You know, and I could have been my brother and my cousin fucking tied me to a tree at my daddy and Papa's house and force fed me cheese. That could have been it too.
Fucking trauma by cheese.
Yes, that could have been it. You know,
that's hilarious, man.
Because Danny was working, Papa was out at the farm, right? You know, so he left my brother. My brother's the oldest, so he left him in charge, right? And they tied me to a fucking tree. You know, fucking start force-feeding me cheese and all that shit. But I got their ass back eventually because they swing down from the hayloft, right? Out in the barn. I grabbed the double-headed axe. And I swung it at him. I was like, okay, motherfuckers, I'm like batteries. I didn't hit him, of course, with it, but.
Looks like you got Wittenberg Landing, and then there's another spot on Lake Hickory you can fish. Now, landing's for boats and shit, but Lake Hickory has a couple spots too.
Yeah, but I didn't start eating cheese
pretty
again.
big lake.
Yeah.
But
which doesn't really look like a fucking lake, man. It looks like a goddamn stream.
I know. It's kind of bizarre. I mean, I've been on it before. The first time I was on the lake was in 2004 when I went out there with Heidi. When we were.
But I didn't start eating cheese again, Rocky, until I was in the Navy.
Huh?
I didn't eat cheese again until I was in the Navy.
Dude, I didn't like ranch growing up. And
I
then
still like ranch.
One day we had we ran out. It was like sliders, but they ran out of fucking ketchup and mustard. All they had was ranch. So I tried the ranch with the French fries. And I was like, oh, this is kind of pretty good. So ever since then, I liked ranch.
Oh, fuck. How do you run out of ketchup? Come on now.
Dude, it was the fucking Fife, dude.
Because there's people like you.
Up everything. First, fucking up everything.
Fucking drench it on everything.
I don't drench on everything, goddammit. I don't put it on salad, thank you.
Yeah, that's what French is.
That's right.
Or I mean, Catalina.
Well, I like Catalina. I like the French, the creamy French, and all that shit. You know. I mean, fucking, God damn it. I forgot what I was going to say, but.
How the fuck they run out of fucking ketchup was the last thing you were on.
Well, I know that. God damn it.
Oh,
but hell, your son might be like I was. He might like it when he gets a little bit older.
I don't know, man. He doesn't. I don't even. Well, maybe. Like I have one son. He hates tomato. They hate tomatoes, but they'll eat ketchup.
I don't like tomatoes. I mean,
I don't like raw tomatoes.
No, but
the shit I can't eat is like Brussels sprouts and squash.
Ooh, Brussels sprouts good.
I hate Brussels sprouts.
And like my wife will make asparagus, and I'm like, I don't like asparagus. It makes my pee taste, smell weird. And then she's like, I'll season it or something, and she seasons it, and it tastes good. It's like mushrooms when you cook mushrooms, and they taste like nothing until you season it like that, and it makes it bearable.
I remember as I'll say, like ranch. I don't like ranch, but like ranch seasoning, I love that. The seasoning part of the ranch.
Oh, you're gonna have
I can't have the ranch seasoning now unless it's fucking vegan.
Man, that's crazy, dude.
And all the vegan ranch seasonings taste like shit. Yeah, a lot of that vegan shit ain't very good. I'll tell you that right now. And that's why I cook a whole lot too. Okay, if I can't buy the shit that's already fucking supposedly vegan, if I can't make it taste good, I'll make my own. Fuck this shit.
That's pretty cool, actually, dude. It's like a hobby, but it's also like a livelihood thing to make.
I've always liked to cook too, but I was like, have this alfalfa. It really fucking turned me up on experimenting.
We're gonna take you to a restaurant store and buy you a chef hat while we're out there. While you're around.
All right.
I was gonna say he's already got one.
Be right back.
He has a chef hat. Oh my god! I want to go. Hello, children. I'm chef. Can I get about $3.50? The goddamn Loch Ness Monster. Well, $3.50. Can I get about $3.50?
The Swedish chef.
Porch.
And Rivers already got one too.
Oh my gosh.
Real father. Yeah, bitch. I got an apron too, everything.
And you got your fucking American bibs too. American flag bibs.
Oh, those are coming. And River got a pair now too. Those are coming with us too.
Dude, I had a friend on she was part of the deployment on the Lincoln. I forget her name, man. She was a really cool chick. Really pretty. She looked like one of the supermodels that had died recently. And I would always spill food on me. Like food would be on my shirt or whatever. I don't know why. So she made me a bib. Parachute stuff. Like the fake leather on the ships.
Mm-hmm.
Black, and she put an anchor on it and everything and made me a bib. So she presented it to me in the mess one day. She said, Rocky, you always get food all over you. Here you go. I'm like, dude, that's so fucking cool. And everyone was cracking up, and then I'm like, dude, I like this. And they stopped laughing because I'm like, I'm not offended. I'm like, this is actually cool. I keep my uniform cleaner.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad somebody made it for me so I had to buy one.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And Rocky got these too.
Are those Hey Dudes?
Yep.
Those are cool, man.
I bought those last 4th of July. On it. So I'll be wearing them motherfuckers.
I don't think I'll have anything like that, but I will have, what I'll have. And I think
I still gotta get I still gotta get the Joe Dirt bullet right.
You gonna wear that?
The wig. If I can get it, I'm gonna have it with us. With us.
Do they sell one on Amazon?
I haven't checked yet, so
should have checked during Halloween. That'd have been the best time.
Yeah. But now
I gotta get my parrot for my pirate thing in an eye patch. I heard me mateys are.
But do you have a restaurant store out there, Rocky?
We do. We have one we have like 2 in Charlotte that I've been to, and we have like restaurant equipment stores. They might sell some stuff like that.
Well, how close is that to you?
Like a mile. The one in my town, a mile, and then there's another one in Lenore that my wife goes to. And then when we first started, we went down to one of the places in Charlotte because we wanted to try and create like a contract or a thing where they would deliver us meat, but we couldn't do it that way, right? I don't think they would do it or something like that. So we ended up finding another place where we get our meat at. Then they got real expensive. Then we went to another place.
Oh.
And we left that place because it was more expensive. And this place is the other place's prices dropped. So
Probably bad to go there with us. Now, how good of quality are their knives that they sell?
I don't know. I had a big like butcher one, cleaver.
Yeah.
I don't use it no more. It's like one of the ones like my son will sharpen all these knives for us.
Yep.
You know, we talked about the knife sharpener before. So he
Oh,
sharpened
yeah.
all the knives and all that stuff, but this one cleaver we can't. He's like, I can't sharpen it, Dad. I'm like, okay, dude. So we ended up getting another cleaver. It's lighter and it doesn't hurt your wrist as much.
You still use that knife I sent you?
Heck yeah, dude. The thing's
Have
like,
you had to have you had to sharpen it yet?
no, not yet, not yet.
Damn.
I like it, but I use it every once in a while. But man, I love it so much. I'm like, if the apocalypse happens, I'm taking this knife with me. All right. Well, boys, we gotta eat. Well, I gotta eat.
Yeah, it's gonna be that time to close it up.
All right. Well, let's close it out, boys. Let me
All right, fellas.
get
All right.
ready. And everyone, happy Memorial Day. We might get on tomorrow. I think I will have plenty of time to get on tomorrow. It just depends on you guys. We'll talk about it later. All right. Here we go. Fifers departing.